No,
We're live.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. It's been ages. I ain't streamed in like 2 months. So I thought I've got tomorrow off work. So I thought, why not stream on a Sunday after seeing a film that was quite something today? I'm joined by the lovely Sophie.
Hiya.
And Keith of Euphoria Pictures and Andy of Forgotten Mode of Movies. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. Absolutely fantastic.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, man. Like appreciate it. Like last minute, like as last minute as you can be. Yeah, it's like 10 to 9. Yeah, we're streaming tonight. Do you want to come on? Yeah.
I don't know what's sadder, the fact that I actually had nothing else to do on a Sunday night. You know what I mean? No, it was Sundays are a boring day for me, so I'm always up for a stream.
That's all coolios. So I know Andy, you've seen the film that we're going to mention.
Yeah.
Because me and Sophie saw it today. A24's new horror venture X. What are your thoughts without spoiling anything? So I know Keith hasn't seen it yet.
Yeah. No. I did kind of really, really love it and really, really enjoy it for what it was. Yeah. That's all I can really say about it.
Yeah. I think me and Sophie are on the fence a bit. We didn't get the wow factor from it. Not to say I still say if you're into your kind of like indie horror, I think it's definitely worth a watch if you're into that kind of thing. It's heavily inspired by Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think I get that vibe big time from it. In a different way. It's not like straight up copying what that film does in terms of tone, but it's a bit different. But yeah, nothing really grabbed me when I came out and was like, that's amazing. It's good, but I don't know, maybe it's one of those films where I need to give it a second go. But I don't know, I'm a bit indifferent from it at the moment. But I've only just saw it the once today.
What is it? Is it a slasher movie or what is it?
Slasher, probably the closest to the slasher is actually probably the most relevant term to use. Would you say, Andy?
Yeah, I'd agree. I think on the whole, definitely it's a horror, but yeah, slasher is probably the best sort of sub genre it goes into.
Okay.
But yeah, I only found out about this movie I think about 2 days ago. I didn't see any trailers for it or anything. I just went straight in, not knowing anything off the bat, and my word, I was really pleasantly surprised by it.
Okay.
Just ticked a lot of boxes.
Would you recommend then, just because I only just found out about it this morning, would you recommend then not watching anything about it or any trailers? Just avoid them.
Yeah. I didn't see any trailers at all whatsoever. I just went in.
Okay.
I knew it was a horror film. I knew a little bit about the premise, and I just went in and it really, really surprised me how well shot this movie was as well. It just looks stunning in parts. Yeah.
Okay, I'll look out for it then.
Yeah. So it kills me that you enjoyed it and I didn't, because I really wanted to like this one. Yeah. But again, like this, like you say, Keith, as well. You say like every film's worth a second go. So maybe it's
absolutely
takes maybe.
Well, it depends on the movie, but 9 out of 10 times every movie deserves a second go.
I mean, I don't expect anyone to give Texas Chainsaw Massacre a New Generation a second go. That film is something else that you don't want to watch.
Is it really that bad?
That's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Really.
Or Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah, Jesus, that's a bad one.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
Thanks, Andy. I erased that film from my memory. Why did you have to remind me?
Sorry.
I'll tell you a film now that I'm going to find it very hard to watch for a second time that I just watched recently is that Matrix Resurrections. That's going to be.
I hate that movie.
I never thought I'd come out and say that about a Matrix movie, because I am one of the. There's not too many of us out there, but I actually don't mind its sequels. I found the parts 2 and 3 to be I enjoyed them for what they are, but this new one, no. I'm going to try and blank it out of my mind.
Don't mind us, we just spilled drink everywhere. Don't mind me, I've just spilled drink everywhere. Right, you can tell I haven't streamed in a while. I'm making a mess.
And I hope it didn't go over your new critter set.
I did. But thankfully,
no.
I've wiped it clean. It's all right. It's survived.
Okay, good.
The Kreitz will live on. There's a film that me and Soph watched, and I fucking think it's one of the best films I've seen in years. And that is a film called Frailty.
It's a great movie. That's a good movie. That is a good movie.
Really, really surprised me. I knew nothing about it. And I remember people kind of hearing rumblings about people saying it's a really underrated film no one's really kind of talks about. And it was in my local charity shop for like £2 for £1. So I thought, no better time to pick it up than that.
Is it Bill Paxton, Matthew McConaughey? Is that right?
Yes, yeah. And they're both great in it. They're both really good.
Bill Paxton directed it as well.
Yeah.
That's right. Forgot about that.
Director. Oh, I can't say the word.
Directorial debut. Yes, that's right. Right. Frailty's fucking awesome. I love that movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
I can actually show it now finally. But we spoke about this a few times, Andy. But I got it in this week. I got my License to Drive. Just watched that the other night. That film holds up very well. It was a good laugh. Good fun movie. I'm actually going to try. I said it to my fiance when we were watching it that night. I'm going to try and see if I can pick up a few more the Corey movies. I've only seen 2 films by them boys, and they've done 9 films apparently together. So I'm going to try and get 1 or 2 more and see what they're like.
Yeah, I've only seen the two obvious ones.
Yeah.
What director is this?
Oh no, sorry, Corey Feldman and Corey Haim.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Have you never seen License to Drive? No.
No.
Oh wow, that's a fun movie. Fun 80s movie.
Cool.
Do you know who Corey Haim is?
I recognize the name, but I think Sophie knows him more than me.
Yeah, he's like done Lost Boys with Corey Feldman.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's just back in the 80s. There was 2 Corys, Corey Feldman and Corey Haim, and they just became this popular duo where they just starred in a lot of films together. And Lost Boys and License to Drive are the 2 real popular movies that they've done. Have you seen Lost Boys, Jason?
Yeah, a long time. I haven't rewatched it as an adult, if that makes sense. Like I saw it as a teenager. Right. I liked it, but I just haven't revisited it. So maybe that's
a good movie.
Yeah. Whenever I think I said in one of my recent videos, I've been doing that Blu-rays. I want you to own series at the moment. What film did I pick out? I think I'm getting confused with my videos now. I put out so much now. I'm getting confused. But I mentioned Near Dark. I picked up Near Dark a little while ago.
Wow.
And that's Bill Paxton, isn't it?
Yeah, I've not seen it.
That's right.
Not seen it yet, but I remember there's a lot of kind of like, if you love Lost Boys, you'll love Near Dark or vice versa, whatever.
I get that. Yeah, I get that.
Year, I think, as well.
Yeah. Actually, that entire cast, correct me if I'm wrong, but that entire cast of that movie is the cast of Aliens.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And ironically enough, directed by Catherine Bigelow, who was probably married to James Cameron at the time, was she?
Yeah, I think so. Early 90s, late 80s.
Yeah. And that's a good movie, Jason. That Near Dark.
No, you just sold me. You've just told me that the fucking aliens, the Colonial Marines are vampires. You just sold it.
Yeah.
That's
it.
It's
only Sigourney Weaver, isn't it? And the Xenomorphs. It's Aliens 2.5. Yeah.
Absolutely. And this is Catherine Bigelow's version of like, if I had that cast, this is how I would have made the movie. And you got Near Dark. It's a good movie.
That's brutal in parts as well. That movie when you're at the in the bar, like, oh my word.
Yeah.
Like, I find that difficult to watch on rewatch that scene. Like,
This is the scene you're talking about with Bill Paxton.
With the boot.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's good.
I think you've just chose the movie that me and Soph are going to watch tonight.
Hey.
I don't think I've actually got it to grab off the shelf, but I did pick up a really nice German Blu-ray release of that Near Dark. So
did you get that lovely media book of it by any chance?
Not the media book. It comes in a slip box. It's quite nice.
Right. Okay.
I'm not sure who put it out, but it was a German release.
Okay.
And it's another Bill Paxton film.
Yeah.
The other Bill Paxton, yeah.
Before we go to the comments, I've got to mention this. Sophie experienced Predator for the first time last night. So,
Wow.
your
Right,
thoughts,
Sophie, you're up. What did you think?
I really enjoyed it. It scared me off definitely when he took off his mask. Is it like a mask?
Yeah.
It's ugly looking thing.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what he said. Yeah.
No, I really, and it was my first like proper Arnold Schwarzenegger like action film because I've seen him in like Kindergarten Cop and Last Action Hero and Jingle All the Way and all films like that, but never like a proper action film. So it was quite exciting to watch it.
You picked a good one. I think that was number 3 in your list, Andy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Just
really
right behind
enjoyed
the
it.
first 2 Terminators.
It's funny because I find Predator is kind of like it's kind of like separate for the rest of the Arnie films because you don't watch Predator for Arnie, whereas a lot of these other films you kind of watch them for Arnie, sort of. That's what I get.
That no, you're absolutely spot on, Jason. That is the best way of looking at that movie. I find the cast in that movie very similar to the cast of Aliens. I don't know what it is. You take to the cast in it a lot, and you're not looking at Schwarzenegger all the time. Just like Aliens, I'm not looking at Sigourney Weaver all the time. I'm not going, Sigourney Weaver is going to carry this movie. You don't see films like that anymore. It's a shame.
Yeah. Predator's awesome though. Fucking
great movie.
It is. You just root for all the characters in that film, the whole squad. You like them all. They're just good characters.
The joke, Hawkins.
Yes. Steve, is it Steve Black? Steve Black's character, Hawkins.
Shane Black.
Yeah.
When he's trying to make Billy laugh. He's doing just a terrible joke, but they're kind of like funny in a terrible way.
Yeah.
And you know where the Predator takes Billy's laugh and kind of at the end when he's laughing at Arnie. That's probably the most terrifying laugh.
Creepy.
When he's got the countdown, he's like, it's like,
it's incredible.
So
and the musical score as well playing over it. It's just epic.
The whole theme.
Yeah. I'm actually going to watch that fucking film tomorrow. Fuck, I'm going to watch it. You've got me in the mood.
It terrifies me the bit where the Predator picks up the Scorpion and you just see like the face that. Oh.
You also see the Scorpion die because it kind of loses its heat and you see it kind of just.
Yeah, you just see the hand and it's just black where the Scorpion is because it's just.
That's right. Okay.
And you just hear Mac's voice like anytime, like just echoing.
Unsettling.
Yeah.
There's this like really silly little kind of jingle on YouTube. It's like a little song about Predator. And it's like taking a piss out of Predator, but it's hilarious. Do you know where Mac's always shaving but he hasn't got a beard? The song's like the song gets to him. He's like, "Why are you shaving? You don't have a beard." It's so
No, but it's good.
Yeah, I love that film. Like you said though, all those characters are memorable.
Yeah.
You don't really, like you said, you don't get that in many movies these days where the whole every moment of the cast.
Yeah, I think I just spoke about it recently. I just said that about Aliens, but every time I watch Aliens, I'm always kind of going, oh, maybe this time now Hudson won't be pulled through the ground, or Fazkaz won't be killed in the. That's the way and that's a testament to how good them movies are, where you're actually hoping that it's not going to happen this time, even though. Yeah, I've got one. Unless you get a director's the mortal touch.
Sophie hasn't seen Aliens yet.
Oh wow! She
doesn't do. You don't do well with flashing lights.
No,
so,
they set off migraines.
Oh right.
We watched Alien. We watched Alien last year, and the whole ending sequence when Ripley sets off the self-destruct, she couldn't watch that entire sequence because it's just lights going.
Yeah.
So. You're a bit nervous about watching Aliens because
we tried watching that Event Horizon and it was the same sort of thing.
Yeah, it seems like sci-fi horror just seems to be kind of not working out really for you.
Yeah, unfortunately. Oh, it's such a shame.
It's a shame. Like Aliens is one of the greatest films ever. So
I don't think them strobing lights are near as bad in Aliens, though. Funny enough.
Okay.
So I don't think there's too much to worry about.
Okay. That's good to know. Thank you.
Yeah, you should. Obviously, we can tell it off if he does you no good, but definitely got to watch Aliens. Or at least try to watch it.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed Alien.
Yeah,
that's good movie. It's great movie.
Films.
Oh yeah, Keith. Just to let you know, I don't know if you saw my video, but I've upgraded my DVD of Breakdown to Blu-ray.
Of course, I've seen it. I've seen that. You got the Paramount release of it, didn't you?
Yeah. When I got it, the slip cover was destroyed, so I ain't got the slip cover for it, which is annoying.
Right. Because the version I have of it is from a company called Imprint. I think they're Australian, and it's expensive. It is. Yeah. I think I paid around €30 for it.
Yeah, that's the way I was going to buy it, and then I saw the Paramount Presents version was like £21 on Amazon.
Right. Okay.
So I went for that instead.
It's a great film.
I really enjoyed it.
Like what I love about that film is that it's just it doesn't piss around with any kind of external factors. It just goes, "This is the fucking story. Go."
Yeah, it's less than 90 minutes, and that's all it needs to be. And I think that's what's wrong with some movies today. I think I haven't seen the new Batman movie, and I know I'm going to love it. But I guarantee you that when I do watch it, I'm going to turn around and say, you know what? At least 20 minutes could have been shaved off this.
I'll get back to you on that.
Okay. Well, maybe not.
Speaking like this is a great segue because I know we've all watched it. Speaking of films that are less than 90 minutes, the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre film came out on Netflix. About 2-3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Going to start with you, Keith. What are your thoughts on it as you've seen it fairly recently?
I just watched it yesterday. I was completely surprised by it. I went into this movie thinking it was going to be the biggest heap of crap because, Jason, I've spoken about it numerous times to you. I'm not the biggest fan of this franchise. I think it's all over the place when it comes to being a franchise. Yeah. I think, honestly, me personally, I think it's the best Texas Chainsaw sequel I've seen in the franchise. Not just the best, it's by far the best, I think, out of all the sequels that I've seen for it. Really took me. I love the small town set to it. People were complaining about how Texas Chainsaw, Leatherface's mask. I thought, he looked like a melted woman. I thought it looked great. It was, I liked the look of it, and it never bothered me. And it was brutal in places. People were saying that the cast was forgettable. I didn't mind the two sisters, and I thought they were quite decent.
But see, I don't understand that criticism. It's like I go into these kind of movies not caring about the main cast because they're all gonna fucking die anyway. So like, why attach to something that's not going to be around? Like I made that mistake with Game of Thrones. You attach to a character in Game of Thrones, you're gonna fucking regret it because they're gonna be cleaved in half by the fucking second episode. You're like, oh, I like that. Right?
It wasn't saying people were destroying the cast of that Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and they were particularly attacking them two girls. I think I said they were sisters. They're probably not sisters. I can't remember. But I have to admit, I took more to that cast than I did for the new Scream movie, and everyone seemed to love the cast in the new Scream film. So I don't know what to say. I hate that movie.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Did you like it, Jason?
Yeah, I thought it was. I didn't love it. I just thought I thought it was a safe Scream sequel. I didn't think it. I thought it was fairly harmless, and I knew that it was going to bring back the legacy cast and stuff like that. And I thought it was probably the best sequel since 2. I hated 3. 3's awful.
I haven't seen number 3 yet. And
I thought 4 was good, but I think it lacked. It had potential that it lacked, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, going back to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Andy, what are your thoughts on that movie?
I liked it for what it was. I didn't think it was great. It wasn't breaking any new ground, in my opinion. But I thought the end of it was great. I thought the kills in it were great. It just sort of was what I expected it to be. Really.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think with Texas Chainsaw Massacre and like Friday the 13th, you just made a comment down there, breaking new ground. Can these films ever break new ground? I don't think they can. Realistically.
I think they could if they wanted to, but you're gonna have ravenous fan base of these franchises. They'd be like, "How dare you change this? What I like."
Yeah,
You can't please people. That I'm going to bring a music analogy. So, for example, Iron Maiden, right? Heavy metal band from the 80s.
Love them.
They're great, but they kept their sound consistent for decades. Then they've kind of changed a bit recently in the last like 10 years. They've gone more progressive.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll get a lot of the diehard fans just not liking it at all. I've not liked them for a while, but I won't.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. You get these massive artists that have been consistent for years. Then they want to change it up, and they just alienate their audience.
Yeah.
The problem with these massive horror franchises is if they deviate a little bit, you're gonna get these fans going, "Oh, fuck this shit! Oh, it's not the same." You know.
That's what I think. That's what I like. I haven't even seen a trailer to this movie. When there's not a trailer out for it, but that's what I think they're going to be kind of doing with that new Evil Dead movie that we're getting. It does sound like they are trying something a little different here. You know, having an Evil Dead movie held in an apartment block building, just that alone makes you kind of wonder, you know, what the hell kind of movie this is going to be.
Sounds like Demons too.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm not saying that as a positive. I don't like Demons too.
just breaking into someone else's ground.
But I'll be honest with you. Aside from a few exceptions, I think high-rise buildings is the most boring fucking setting for a horror film.
You don't like haunted houses either.
I mean, when I say exceptions, like Critters 3, I love Critters 3. That's an apartment building. I love that. There's other films that are in high-rises, of course. Die Hard is great.
Yeah.
Attack the Block is pretty good. The Raid is awesome. But I don't know. I just find that a bit of a boring setting for a horror film. So
right.
I
just think it's going to be. I'm not saying that it's probably the most ideal setting for an Evil Dead movie. I'm just saying that it's something different from an Evil Dead, movie. So you never know.
It might be Gremlins 2, but like hardcore, brutal, violent.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you what, I just watched that film again recently. What a movie that film is! Okay. That sequel.
I think it's better than the first one. People can kill me in the comments, but I just think it's amazing. It's so good.
It's a good movie.
It's so good at poking fun at itself as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a great time. Me and Alan had a great time watching it. I remember the movie well. I just didn't remember it being executed that well. You know, it was a fun sequel.
I don't think I've seen a bad Joe Dante movie, to be honest. I think he's fucking phenomenal. He's such a great director. I'm
trying to think of his last film because he done a film called The Hole. I think that was his last directional movie that he'd done. I remember seeing it.
Is that with kids and they've got a hole in their basement?
Yeah,
monsters and stuff.
Yeah,
I think I saw that years ago. You know,
I can't remember.
No, I can't remember it either.
So I'm not sure, but I get what you mean, Jason. I think he's I think he's one of the most underrated directors. Probably of all time, if I'm being completely honest. I think he's phenomenal. Yes.
Yeah, I rewatched Small Soldiers about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
I love that film.
I love that film. It's
I'm the same.
It's not the greatest movie, but my word, I've got a lot of time for that movie.
Yeah,
I'm the same. It's a lot of fun.
When did that film come out?
It was 98. I think.
Yeah.
Because I always compare it to Toy Story, where it's kind of a more kind of grown-up Toy Story.
It's dark.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Because it's quite dark. You know, these army kind of toys getting like, oh, we've got to kill these kind of.
Of course, it's dark. It's Joe Dante.
Yeah.
A happy-go-lucky movie.
It's creepy. The part of it's creepy with the Gwendy dolls when they're all like Frankenstein monsters. It's just like, what is this? Whoa.
I need to watch that at some point. I haven't watched that in years. I used to play the video game on PlayStation as well. Oh, man.
I remember that.
Right. We've held out this comment section for long enough. Let's get
okay.
Oh yeah, what's your thoughts on Texas Chainsaw? I totally forgot you were there.
Oh yeah.
What's your thoughts on Texas Chainsaw Massacre? The mic's all yours.
Thanks. For me, it was my first experience of Texas Chainsaw because I've never watched any of them, but I enjoyed it. The scene on the bus was my favourite.
Oh wow, yeah,
because that
great scene.
Fuck them all up. Brilliant.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm intrigued to watch like the original and like the sequels. Well, apart from one of them.
I mean, you could watch the original and just ignore everything else. To be honest.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by what's the one with Matthew McConaughey in?
Yeah, the worst one in the franchise.
Oh, okay.
Someone talked
right,
about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and it kind of got me because I remember, you know, Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger starred in that film, the Next Generation, as that was called. But I just found out someone said last night in the stream I was watching, Viggo Mortensen is in one of them. Which one is that?
I think that's the third one.
It's the third one.
I think he's in the third one with Ken Forey. I think Ken Forey's in it as well.
Right. Okay.
Don't quote me on it, but I think it's the third one.
Right. Okay.
I don't remember anything about the third movie because I've never been so bored watching a movie in my life.
Yeah, it's not great.
Holy shit! Like,
I would say the first one and the remake are probably the two best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ones you'll get the most out of.
Yeah.
And I see 2 is a bit of a flip of a coin. You're either going to love it or hate it. 2, I think.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about it. No, I have to admit. It does get a lot of love on the physical media market. Like they do bring out a lot of great collectibles for that movie, but I'm just not a fan of it.
Yeah,
I kind of appreciate what that film does more than actually enjoy it, if that makes sense. I think everyone in it hams it up to the 9th degree. Like they just go ham with it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think Toby Hooper says that this is the film that the first one's supposed to be in terms of tone.
Right. Okay.
Which, if you watch the first one, it's not that at all. Like,
No.
I wouldn't be further from it.
No.
Yeah, because I read an interview where he was adamant that original film is a dark comedy, but there's nothing funny about that first movie.
No, definitely not. Absolutely not.
So I don't know what where the comedy, where he sees the comedy in that first movie. I don't know. But yeah, last summer I did a marathon. Me and my
I remember that.
friend.
Yeah,
we watched all of them, and I've seen a lot of, obviously I've seen Child's Play, Hellraiser. I've seen a lot of these franchises, and I don't think, even though Hellraiser comes close, because that goes down the shit pan really quick. Yeah. But I think Texas Chainsaw Massacre, once you hit 2, there's a big debate whether 2 is good or bad. I used to like it, but on that rewatch, it wasn't fun. I was like, this is fucking terrible. Just say, okay, for example, 2's passable. Get to 3, just plummets into utter just shit.
They done the Leatherface, didn't they?
Oh, that film's bad. Oh, that prequel movie. Oh, don't waste your time.
I did waste my time, unfortunately.
And you bought what are you doing?
Terrible.
Anyway,
and speaking of franchises, I'm going to be on a journey now with one very soon because I have to start this fucking franchise very soon. And God knows what kind of shit I'm going to be going into with that joke.
Right, I'm going to say this. I don't know if there's big Puppet Master fans in the chat. I couldn't care. If you enjoy it, it's great. But I've only seen the first one, and I didn't like the first one. So
right.
Yeah,
well, I seen
I'm
the
kind
first
of in
3.
that same boat, Jason.
I seen the first 3, and I remember enjoying the first 3, particularly the first one. But I had the smarts to stop.
Right.
I didn't even know there was 12 movies until I got that set.
I think there's more than 12 by now, right?
There is 14.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. I think one of them was a spin-off movie, and they didn't have the rights to it to put into that box set. And then there was another one called Little Reach or something like that was called. It was just fairly recent.
Or something like that.
Yeah, it's something weird. And the box set apparently came out before that movie, so that's why it was not in it. That's one someone asked me just on the comment section. and you were asking me about, what's my thoughts in this franchise? What am I going to, what's my expectations? And I basically turned around and I said, I thought it's going to be absolute garbage. And and they were like, why would you buy the box set then? And I was like, I just wanted the box set. I don't really have to justify it. It's a set that I desperately wanted. I've never owned the movies.
But you never know. You might go through them and have a blast. You never know. They could be bad. You might have good fun with it. You never know.
Like someone said in the comment section of that video, the Turner said you could end up hating all the movies, but you know what? You've got a phenomenal collectible. Yeah. And that's the way to look at
it. Yeah. Right. So we've held off this chat for so long.
Let's do it.
Let's get on. So we got our good man. We've missed him. He's always in the comments. You know him, Keith. You know him, Andy. Itchy.
I can't have it. Hi, Itchy. Hey, Itchy. How are you?
He says, Jason, you absolute dick. Well, thank you. It's almost 11 p.m. here, and you're starting a stream. Have you no sympathy for the devil? P.S. I hope you and Sophie are well.
I'm all good.
We are very good, thank you. Yeah. I'm sorry that if you're going to stay awake, I do appreciate you for staying awake for the stream, Itchy. I do apologise if I'm depriving you of sleep. I do apologise. We have Jules in the chat. Hello, Jules. He says, hi, you two crazy animals. I've been crazy for a long time, so that's fair.
Hi, Jules.
Are you crazy? You're a crazy animal?
If you don't feed me.
We have Josh in the chat.
Hi, Josh.
Hey, Josh.
Hi, Josh.
I don't know what this comment means. Jules says, what did you all think of X.
And then she put kisses at the end.
We've already spoke about that, so hopefully she got her answer. Itchy says, hi Andy and Keith, hope you two are well too.
Doing great, thanks Ian.
Ellen says hi. So hi Ellen.
Ellen says, Ellen, if you're watching still, Ben, could you bring me up a drink? Thank you.
with that fail, Keith, this always happens.
You just
you're going to see a hand coming in now in a second.
I don't try. I try not to. When people are talking to each other, I try not to bring up the comments because I don't think it's.
Yeah.
We have Al, also known as Big P33. He says, "Evening, Jason, Sophie, and all. Hope you're all well. We're doing great, man. Thank you very much.
Doing great. Yeah. Absolutely.
Al, just to ask, I'm so sorry that you haven't got your parcel yet that I sent out because Royal Mail are bastards.
Can't say that. My dad works for him.
I don't give a shit. Just when I pay to post something, I expect it to reach its destination without fail. That's what I expect, and it hasn't. So I'm a bit pissed off. But Al, just I will make it up to you, man. I promise. Anyway, Jules says, Keith. She says, Keith, I knew nothing about it. I didn't watch a trailer.
Yeah, okay. So I got to stay here. I'm just going to go into a blind.
I don't think I know what Jules' opinion is of X. I don't think she shared it. Well, I've not noticed if she shared it or not.
Yeah, she put up a video.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Josh says X was pretty good.
I love the soundtrack.
It's
all 70s, isn't it?
Yeah. Jules says, love your Soph.
Thank you.
We have still the best name on YouTube, Dr. Impossible of Counterpass 1984. They say, is Andy in the toilet or the closet? I mean, I don't know why you would get either of those ideas. You can tell he's in the bedroom with shelves next to him. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Andy, are you in the toilet or the closet?
No, neither.
Okay, good.
No.
I'm gonna do a stream one night on the toilet and just see if anyone actually so I'm doing it.
Just eat a really spicy curry beforehand.
Oh,
wait for it. There we go.
Do you know what, right? You know what? Evan's going to be more famous than you, Kim, eventually, because he's just going to be in the frame of a glass.
Well, the hand acting is phenomenal. Thank you very much.
Dr. Impossible says, like your recent purchase, Keith, Twister, the Germans seem to hit it out of the park with these deluxe Blu-ray releases.
Yeah. Sorry, that was a real fortunate mistake, that Twister edition. I thought I was getting a media book, and I ended up getting this lovely. You should see the slipcover it comes in, Jason. Mm-hmm. It's one of the best printed pictures I've ever seen on a slipcover. It just looks incredible. It does, and it was a real pleasant surprise. Normally, now if it was anything else, I would have went to apeshit, not getting the media book. But this one was incredible, and done a great lot of work on it as well. The transfer looks great. The sound is phenomenal.
I watched your video of that June collector set that you got, which is something. But I'll be honest, it's something I probably wouldn't buy. But I immediately went onto the website that you linked and was like, what else do they have? Let's have a look.
They do a lot of great stuff on it.
Yeah, they seem to have some good stuff. I need to have.
Unfortunately, they won't ship to the UK.
Oh, they won't?
No.
That actually does suck.
Yeah.
Saves you some money, though.
There you go.
It saves you some money, though.
Yeah. Yes, it does. Jules says, I loved X, was so different, very original.
I don't know about
that. I don't think I've seen a film. I was going to say I don't think I've seen this film quite like it. I'm going to change that line and say I don't think I've seen a film of this kind executed in this way. I agree it's different to a point. And yeah, I think I can see a lot. I can understand why people like it. I really do.
I'm excited for the prequel that's coming.
Yeah, that's not a spoiler.
Announced?
Yeah, it's already been announced. A prequel to
Wow,
X.
okay.
Yeah. Which actually I think looks better than X personally versus me.
Yeah.
Where am I? Okay. Ichi says, Jason, hope you didn't show Sophie that DNR Blu-ray of Predator. That really is a disgrace.
What's DNR?
Digital noise reduction.
Oh, okay.
No, I've got the 4K of Predator. We watched the 4K.
Oh, so good.
And it was a pretty good 4K.
It's the only way you can watch that movie, Jason.
It was epic.
Any other release for that movie is just terrible. It came out twice on Blu-ray. It looked terrible on Blu-ray twice. I think you were probably better off sticking with the DVD or the 4K transfer. Yeah, the Blu-rays were shocking.
Dr. Impossible says Alan Silvestri, is that how you pronounce his name? Silvestri?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Alan Silvestri's score to Predator and Predator 2 is brilliant.
Yeah, I like
that. Absolutely great.
Music's really good. Like, I always find that there's certain films out there that the music couldn't be more perfectly fitting for the film.
Yeah.
You know, and it's that I think that's probably the hardest part of putting the film together is finding music that actually suits what you're making.
And Alan Silvestri was, he was, like he gave us the Back to the Future theme as well. And of course, not forgetting that unforgettable theme song from Delta Force, which everyone loves.
I love that theme.
That's so like, I know. Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
fucking love that movie.
Fun fact: I've seen one Chuck Norris film, and he's not even the star, which is Where the Dragon. I've only seen that one.
Yeah,
I've only seen him in. That's a lie. I've seen him in Expendables 2 as well, but I've not seen a starring Chuck Norris movie.
Okay.
Is it something I should rectify?
Yeah, well, it's a good typical terrorist taking over a plane kind of movie. I think you'll get something from it.
Kind of like Under Siege and like.
So is it Die Hard on a plane?
Well, a part of it, a lot of it's on a plane, but then it does go on to land. It does as well. So.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only full Chuck Norris film I've seen. Is Delta Force.
I've always found. Sorry, I cut you off again, didn't I? Fucking hell, I keep doing that. Anyway, right. I've always found it weird that Chuck Norris has this kind of almost like majestic aura about him. You've got the whole meme community, Chuck Norris, this, and I don't understand it because, yeah, he's a name you know. You know him in the martial art movies, action kind of circles, but he's not like a huge, action star name. So I've always found it kind of weird that he's this kind of almost like mystical being.
Well, I'll give you a great comparison. Now, you're there talking about his movies and all that, but don't forget as well, he had that Walker Texas Ranger, which was a big deal. Now look at your man. Look at your man for a prime example of it. What's his name? Baywatch. David Duchovny. No, what's his name? Michael David Hasselhoff. Thank you. Sorry. Wow, I went through nearly every actor's name now. Yeah, he's a prime example of it. Had absolutely no movie career. Had Baywatch, he had Knight Rider, and then he's just a huge household name. He is.
Yeah. You're forgetting his biggest role ever, SpongeBob SquarePants the movie.
he was in. I hate to bring this film up, but he was in the Keith Lemon the movie as well.
No, really?
Yeah.
I know. I only just seen him actually now. I think of it as well. We were only just watching Dodgeball, and he makes a cameo in that as well.
Yeah, and Chuck Norris. Yeah.
And Chuck Norris, of course. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Wow. I haven't seen Dodgeball in years. That film is ridiculously silly.
Yeah.
Oh,
if you can dodge a spanner, you can dodge a ball.
If you ever have a chance to, Jason, check out the alternate ending for Dodgeball. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't. The ending of it, the alternate ending that's actually on the Blu-ray, was meant to be the original ending, but you'll see why they couldn't stick with it. I'm not going to ruin it, but you would not believe that this was the original ending to the movie. It's crazy.
We have Bogey Cat Productions says the new Texas Chainsaw was written by the same two guys who wrote Evil Dead 2013.
Ah, right.
Interesting.
One of my favorite remakes of all time.
Oh, I think if we're looking at just like modern remakes, I think it's the best. I think it's the tentpole. I've said this numerous times, guys. You all know it's my favorite Evil Dead. I don't care what anyone says. Like I've never been. I remember going to see it with an ex-girlfriend. Sorry, Sophie. With an ex-girlfriend of that in that year. Went to see it in the cinema, and she was the most boring bitch of all time. She was like, "It was all right." I'm like, "You fucking kidding me? That was awesome." Yeah, it just messed Sophie up a little bit. To the point where she was scared to go to the toilet halfway through the movie.
Oh, really?
You decided to make me jump.
I did a little jump scare and she shit herself.
I remember seeing stills of it when it came out. Just the stills alone scared me shitless. Just how those girls looked when they were
phenomenal.
That's in the trailer when she's coming up out the basement, going like, "Oh, you're gonna die" and stuff. No, that's not in the film.
Yeah, there's a scene in the trailer where she's like, "We're gonna get you." Yeah. It's similar to the original film, but it's not in the film. It's just there's shots just in the trailer.
I was quite disappointed by
that. They put it back into the film with the extended cut.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And it's a good scene.
I can watch it again now.
It is good. It's a good scene. I was surprised by it. The one thing I love about that Evil Dead, I love when everyone turns. Do you ever notice it? They do this thing where they're kind of standing still, and then all of a sudden you just hear a crack. You can just hear it. And I thought it was a great effect. It just worked so well. I love it. I love that. I think it's a great remake. I really do.
The production values alone are just unbelievable.
The amount of blood.
Like those kids get brutalized beyond belief. Like
the fella in particular, because I actually, you remember the glasses in it? Right?
Yeah, the guy that reads the book when he's meant to be this really decent.
And he fucking deserves it because he was the one to start all that shit. But he got that bad of a doing during that movie that it almost became laughable. It did. It actually went past sorrow I was feeling for him. This fella should not be standing. He should be dead. He should have been dead an hour ago. It's a great movie. I love it.
So good. Yeah, I don't think there'll be a remake that will top it. I think, obviously, we can go the easy way and go, yeah, the Thing's a remake, The Fly. If we're talking straight up modern, I don't think you'll get a modern reimagining. And I think what Evil Dead does, which I respect in terms of remakes, I don't want the remake to be the same as the original. I want, if it's a remake, you're remaking it, you're bringing it up to modern production and stuff like that. You want. That's probably why I liked the Child's Play remake, because it took the concept and brought it into the modern
I didn't like the
era.
remake.
I actually enjoyed it. I liked it.
It's the reason why I think Psycho 98 is probably one of the worst remakes ever, because it's just shot for shot.
I refuse.
What's the point of watching a shot for shot when you got the original, which is a masterpiece? And it's
shot.
I don't understand it.
That looked amazing in 4K.
Oh yeah, the 4K Psycho is unbelievable.
For a black and white film, it's
outstanding.
People question what HDR can do to black and white, and I always turn around and say, watch Psycho.
Yeah.
And you'll see exactly what HDR will do to black and white.
It's amazing. It's amazing how contemporary it makes it look.
Yeah.
Like it almost felt like a film made today to feel like it was old.
Exactly.
Unbelievable. Like so well done. So such a good transfer and stuff. Right, getting back to the commentary news. Where am I? Oh, here I am. Sean Sheridan, I hope we pronounced his name right.
Yeah,
he said, I'm going to see X soon. I have heard really good things, never heard of this movie, but the reviews have piqued my interest. Well, I hope you enjoy it, man, because I feel like a lot of people would enjoy it. Just because I'm on the fence with it doesn't mean I don't want to put anyone off for this movie at all.
I'm not saying it's terrible. But...
It's not terrible at all. It's really well made.
Have you noticed there's a bit of a pattern with this movie though at the moment? Every comment that's been left on it is everyone saying that I never heard tell of this movie. It's like it just appeared.
Yeah. The only reason why we went and saw it today was because about a week ago we saw. Oh, you get adverts on YouTube. When you're watching a YouTube video, you get an advert.
Yeah,
we just got a TV spot for it. I thought that looks cool, and I thought it was going to be such a small movie that my cinema wouldn't have shown it.
Yeah,
but it literally came out yesterday, wasn't it? No, Friday. It came out Friday, and I was like, okay, let's go and see it. So,
okay.
It's in the big screens as well. They're actually showing it in the bigger the screens in my cinema. So.
The reason why that's why I asked Andy there earlier, is like when I said to him, is it better that I go into this film completely blind? And the reason why I'm kind of intrigued by that is because the last film, believe it or not, that I actually went into completely blind, where we literally knew nothing. I'm not kidding you. Me and Ellen were walking down the street one day. We went past the Palace, it was called at the time, and we seen a poster for Scream. And I just looked at the poster and I went to Ellen. I just showed a woman's face. It was all white. And it just had Scream going across the middle of it. And I just looked at Ellen and I was like, do you want to go see this? We had no idea what the film was about. And yeah, Scream. So,
what a surprise,
so I'm not going to say that's going to be as good as that, but hopefully it'll be somewhat enjoyable.
Worth it for the 70s soundtrack. Great.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I'm not going to say, I'm not going to ever bash the film. But right now, I don't really have an emotion leaning towards, oh yeah, I liked it, or oh yeah, I didn't. I don't know where I'm sitting right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it.
I'll probably wait until I watch the prequel.
You need to sort of marinate on it and gather your thoughts about it and say, like, I'm in two minds about it at the minute. I'm giving it some time. We watch it again.
Right.
That guy behind us was annoying me.
Yeah, also we had this guy who was like super obnoxiously loud through the whole movie.
Right.
What
kind of put me off about it was Ellen came in to me and she was just talking to me about it today. And she was just
Have we lost Keith?
Breaking up?
Yeah, you break up really bad. You back? Hello?
I'm back. Okay, yeah. No, sorry, Ellen said to me today that she was just reading a lot of things on Twitter and just some of the comments that a lot of men were saying about the movie. It actually nearly put her off watching it. Just men being just absolutely fucking obnoxious. And, I think, is there a girl from Scream in this movie by any chance?
Yeah, Jenna.
Yeah, and there was a lot of people saying, "Oh, that's the one girl we wanted to see naked in the movie," and this, that. There was a lot of that going on in Twitter. And Ellen just said it actually almost put her off wanting to watch the movie. If that's the way people are looking at it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of nudity in this movie.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Well, it's about porn stars, so
Yeah.
But no, that bloke, every time something funny would happen, it was just like really obnoxiously laughing. I'm just like, it's not that funny.
Yeah, he was like, you know when people laugh in the theater and everyone's laughing, it's great. You're laughing, everyone's finding it funny, you're all laughing. It's a bit different. But this is the only guy that's laughing, and he's fucking super loud behind us, just going.
Yeah, I had two girls next to me who would not get off their phones and would not shut up, and I was just like, "Oh my god!"
What's the point in going to cinema if you're just going to be on your phone?
Exactly. I was so glad because there was a bit in the movie where they shit themselves and one of them spilt their popcorn, and I was like, "Fucking save you, right?"
Yeah, brilliant. I love it. Brilliant.
Yeah. But yeah, when you get around to seeing it, Keith, I do hope you enjoy it. Ignore what
I'll go in with an open mind and see.
Yeah, you might. Yeah. I'd give it another watch.
Yeah, I know. I know in the chat, Andy, I said I probably won't watch it again, but obviously my feelings are a bit kind of like a bit oblong at the moment.
Yeah,
because they filmed the prequel back to back, couldn't they?
I'd say for me it was Texas Chainsaw Massacre meets Boogie Nights.
Interesting.
And
I've not seen Boogie Nights, so I don't understand the reference.
But it's
nowhere near as good as Boogie Nights because that's one of my favorite films ever. But
it's absolutely
that sort of type of filmmaking about porn. It's like that's what was in there. Yeah.
Okay.
There's, as we're talking about like films about adult entertainment. There's a film with Nicolas Cage that I fucking love called 8mm. Fucking awesome movie.
Wow, that's about it's snuff movies, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah. I seen that when it first came out, but I haven't seen it since.
I've not heard of it.
Oh,
no, it got mentioned on a podcast.
Yeah.
What the podcast was about.
I think it's got Norman Reedus in it as well for like a little bit.
That's very. That's good. Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've seen it.
That's Cigarette Burns, wasn't he? It's Daryl from Walking Dead.
That's a film I went into. Yeah, that's the film I went in. I didn't know nothing about it. I think I had it on DVD or something at one point and just watched it, and I thought it's fucking awesome. Like I loved how dark it went. It just went down into that fucking dark pit of despair.
Okay.
No, I'm just scratching my head here because it's just when Andy said Norman Reedus, and I was kind of going because it's weird when I think of that film 8mm. Don't ask me why, but that short story from Masters of Horror comes into my mind. The one with John Carpenter done, Cigarette Burns, and I might be right in saying that Norman Reedus is in that as well. No, I could be wrong.
He's the main guy.
Yeah, he's the main guy. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
That we watched.
Sophie's right. It's funny you mentioned Masters of Horror because Cigarette Burns is the only short we've watched so far from Masters of Horror.
Come on.
And I've got them all.
Wow.
I really enjoyed Cigarette Burns though. It was nothing like I was expecting.
Yeah, it's like an hour long. It's a really good use of pacing in that little short, actually. Yeah. So they cram a lot of story in that hour. Really
There's a film in a short story in I think it's called We All Scream for Ice Cream.
Okay.
I think it's called. And it's I like that. That's a good short story, that one.
Who directs that?
I think you might like it. What?
Who directs that one?
Oh, Jason, that's a question. No, I cannot remember. I honestly can't remember. And there's another one called, there's another great one as well. It's actually a great concept. The screw fly solution is called. And it's kind of like an alien invasion. But I have to admit, the concept of it is quite brilliant. That it's not your typical alien invasion movie. You have to check it out to understand what I'm talking about. But it's what the aliens do to try and eradicate the human population. It's quite brilliant.
Intriguing.
Awesome. Right. I just saw this next comment, and this guy knows his shit because I love this movie. Big P, also known as Al, he says, great French zombie movie set in a high rise. The Horde. The Horde is great.
I
The
don't
Horde
think
is so
I
good.
have not seen it.
Not seen
Oh,
it.
it's a really good like. It's like The Raid, but with zombies, and it's like French. It's
Wow.
so good.
Sounds
It's so
Yeah.
good. Oh, that's a great shout out. Appreciate that. Fucking what a movie.
I just don't do zombies.
I know. It needs to change. What can we watch to kind of slowly? What is a good kind of like starter zombie film in your guys'
Because
opinion?
I watch like Shaun of the Dead and stuff, but I mean like.
I know
proper
it's
zombies.
I know it's not a zombie film, but 28 Days Later, just to sort of
Yeah,
I know it's not a
mean,
zombie film, but like to sort of if you want to sort of get into the genre, that's probably like
I actually really enjoyed
a
that.
first step maybe to
watch-
take.
Yeah. There's a
Return of
couple
the
of
Living Dead.
What one?
Return of the Living Dead.
Oh mate, that's my favourite zombie film. I fucking love
It's
that
just the
movie.
noise they make. I don't like it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
in return they don't make noises. They go brains.
Oh, we saw a clip on that Search of Darkness, didn't we?
Yeah.
Is that
Oh, I love that
Okay.
film. I love that
it? I
Yeah,
film.
want
yeah.
to watch the song because everyone keeps talking
I
about
don't think I've seen two actors sweat so much than in Return of the Living Dead. Oh, it's so good. I love that movie so much.
Yeah.
Oh, that movie. Oh,
I'd say Night of the Creeps as well.
Oh,
I've
wow.
seen
I
I
forgot about
really
that.
love that film.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
tell you what,
very good.
me and Soph, we watched the two In Search of Darkness documentaries
Yeah.
recently. There's so many films I want to watch now that they just showcase because I've never seen. Night of Creeps being one, just looks awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely
absolutely.
Up Street, the little monsters, like it looks great.
Mm.
Yeah, they're doing
Is
a
that
third
George
one as well.
Romero? What's that say? Sorry.
They're doing a third In Search of Darkness as well.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
know. Yeah, this year I
Yeah.
think it's coming up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Night of the Creeps? Is that George Romero as well?
I
No,
don't
that's
think
the
so.
crazy. You have to get into crazies, you are.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think who done Night of the Creeps.
Cannot for the life of me remember who directed it. I know it's Tom Atkins, and I think it's just like Tom Atkins has said it's like it's his favorite movie he's ever
Yeah,
made.
yeah.
Like,
That's,
Yeah.
that's what's made me like because we're watching that's
Yeah.
in that documentary, isn't it? And
Yeah.
that's like I saw it. It's like Little Monsters, and it looks really fun. And when Tom Atkins goes, "It's probably my favorite film I've ever done," I'm like, I need
Yeah.
to see this
Yeah.
now. I like
Yeah.
need to.
I'm not
see
saying
it.
a lot from Tom Atkins because he starred in some
yeah,
top movies.
yeah,
That you know, so it's
yeah.
Oh. Right, back to the comments. Sean Sheridan says, then again, this is the same company that made Midsummer, so we will see, don't care what people say. That movie is one of the worst. I disagree. It's not a horror film. It's not a horror film.
don't mind him, Sean. I agree with you. He's talking shit. It's crap.
Shut up.
I watched it recently and loved it.
Yeah. You're allowed to, obviously you're allowed to dislike it. I'm just
Of
joshing.
course.
Like,
Yeah.
like I don't know why it's referred to. It's got horror moments. It's got kind of psychological moments, but it's more of a drama piece. I find this
It's just
movie.
Beautiful.
I love it. I thought it
Beautifully
was great.
fucked up.
There's
Yeah, it's fun.
I watched Hack the Movie's review of it last week, and there's a bit in the movie I completely missed. And it's a bit where they're all sat down and they're all having these drinks, and the main guy's his drink is a little bit darker than everyone else's.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And when you find out what that is, I was so disturbed. I was like, "What the heck? Why is this drink like? Why did they do that?"
Right,
to-
okay.
It's really messed up. What it is, like,
Right, I
don't
even
find out
remember
what
that.
it is.
I don't
Yeah,
I
if you-
must have missed that.
There's a scene where they're all sat down having a drink, and if you look at his drink is a tiny little bit redder. It's a bit darker than everyone else's,
Right.
and you find out what it is, and oh my
Wow.
word,
Right, okay.
I completely missed it the first time I watched that movie, and then
Okay.
they touched on it, and I was like, okay, wow, that puts the film in a whole new light for
Yeah,
me.
there's another scene.
Okay.
A YouTube video, weren't we? And there's a scene where they're all walking. There's like a face in the bushes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's this weird face in the bushes. Like the
Yeah.
bushes, it's like the bushes are set up in a way where they. I don't know if it's like an optical illusion or not,
I think it
but
is.
it looks like a face.
Yeah.
It's,
Right. Okay.
obviously the big thing, the big symbolic thing with Midsummer is there's triangles everywhere.
The triangles and
triangles
the
everywhere.
little symbols that they've all got, they all mean something.
I really want to get that film on 4K because I think that film will look amazing.
Yeah,
It
well,
looks brilliant on like Netflix. But that was just like.
Did you watch the whole
actual-
film, Keith? I know you don't. I know you're not a fan.
Yeah, he watched the whole lot.
Did you watch the director's cut where it's like 3 hours long?
Fuck no. Not. Not a fuck. Do you remember I said to you at the start of the stream? I said to you that I pride myself on giving a movie a second watch. I said 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
There you go, Midsommar. And it's a shame because I'm such a huge fan of Hereditary, and I was just massively let down by this film.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I think I like this more than.
Yeah, I think I like Midsommar more than Hereditary. But that's the thing. If we all had the same opinion, we'd be boring, right? It'd be boring.
I like them both. Yeah, I thought Hereditary was the scarier film. Like my word, that movie messed me up. Like it was.
Yeah.
Look, this is where my opinion. Like, of course, people can disagree with me in the comments. You guys can disagree, of course. It's just my opinion. Of course, Hereditary is scarier. Hereditary is a horror film. Midsommar is not. That's just me. That's just my opinion. Yeah, of course it's going to be scarier. Oh, mate, I tell you what, Toni Collette in that film, fucking hell, what a performance in that movie.
Wow,
snubbed at the Oscars, man. Snubbed at the Oscars.
Yeah.
Big time.
You find that with horror films, though.
Hmm?
You find that with horror films and like the awards, they don't really like.
They don't really put much stock in horror, do they? With these award shows and stuff, whatever they call them.
No.
Which is very strange because, like, and I agree with what John Carpenter said about horror. He said it will always be there. Where when everything else is gone, horror will live forever, and for it to be snubbed is and there's a reason to why it's been snubbed in Oscars as well, because 9 out of 10 times, a lot of the acting in horrors is not great, and that let's face it, it's not not terrible, but you're not going to see like a Forrest Gump performance in Friday the 13th, it's and that's probably why they're being snubbed a bit. Which is a bit of a shame.
Yeah, because I thought The Exorcist should have won over The Sting. No disrespect to The Sting, but I think The Exorcist is a far superior movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well,
I've not seen The Sting, so I can't comment.
I was really disappointed by The Exorcist, but I think I went in with too much expectation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I think me and Andy have had this conversation before. The fact that if no matter what you buy The Exorcist on the box, it will say the scariest movie ever made. I think that hurts the movie because it's just not.
Yeah.
I understand for the time it probably terrified people, but I think in modern time, I don't think it has that kind of impact now. I still think it's still effective in what it portrays and what it does, and the acting's phenomenal. Everything's great about it, but I don't think it has the scare factor it once did. And I think that tagline really hurts the movie now.
The same tagline.
I mean, next year it's 50 years old.
Oh my god,
that's
incredibly scary.
That's that's a big pill to swallow.
Yeah,
and it still holds up very, very well. I think.
Yeah,
it may not be as scary or as have the impact that it did back in '73, but it's still a very, very good, competent, solid movie, and I love it.
Yeah.
And am I correct in saying that it's getting the Halloween 2018 treatment with a direct sequel?
Yeah.
It's still not quite sure. They're not quite sure what it is, whether it's going to be a remake or
I think they are
a sequel. We don't know.
They haven't shot yet.
Yeah, but we could end up getting the sequel that we always wanted for an Exorcist movie. So this could work. There's a lot of talent behind it, apparently. So it could be something great. Hopefully, it will be.
There's two films in my mind that don't need sequels, and they both got sequels, which is The Exorcist and Jaws. I don't understand it.
It was just
that movie's rough.
Oh. Yeah, it's just one of those things, isn't it, Jason? If a film sells well, they're going to try and do sequels to it.
I mean, it's a perfect business model. If you make something and it gets you $1 million, you're going to repeat that process, right? Because
Yes,
you know what,
absolutely.
Paranormal Activity.
it's capitalism at its most capitalist, right?
Yeah.
My love.
Yes.
Paranormal Activity is a prime example. Think how much money that made,
Yeah,
and then they've
fucking hell.
continued to keep
Yeah.
making sequels.
That was
Yeah.
made on like nothing, right?
Well-
90 grand, something like that.
19
Absolutely.
pounds.
90
Paranormal
grand.
Activity, I think, it had $100,000 budget,
Yeah.
as far as I remember, and it grossed something like
$50 million, yeah.
It's something like 300 million worldwide or something, wasn't it? Or something like that. It was absolutely ludicrous. And I think the biggest budget that franchise ever had, I think it was the last one, had around a budget of 8 million. And even at that, it still made a lot of money, you know. So it's what I call a cash cow. And by Jesus, they milked it for every drop.
Yes, they did. Back to the comments because we're so behind it. It's crazy. I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna butcher this person's name, but I'm gonna try anyway.
That's Lou. It's my friend Lou.
Okay, Lou Zenit. How do you say that?
Zenit
Dog.
Dog. Yeah.
Hello there, guys. Hello, Lou. Hope you're
Hello.
doing well.
That's my
Hello.
friend from America.
Okay,
He does
cool.
all the paranormal stuff.
Oh, that's cool. How fitting is that? We're talking about paranormal activity, then his comment comes up.
Yeah.
There you go.
Very
he goes
fitting.
to like all the abandoned like apartment buildings and does like little investigations in there.
Oh, I couldn't do that. I don't believe in that kind of stuff, but still, even just the idea of walking through an abandoned building scares the life out of me. I walked through an abandoned school once with a bunch of my friends, and they liked to take the piss out of me and hide and look around and go, rah.
I went through like a graveyard late at night, like early hours in the morning. Don't recommend that.
We have Jamie Smith in the chat. He says,
Hey, Jamie.
"Evening, everyone. The Batman is here."
What are you doing here? Get back to Gotham City. Come on.
Yeah, you got a job to do, man. What are you doing? Is there a signal out? I don't see it. Maybe he's off tonight. I don't know. Maybe he's got a night off. Hope you're doing well, Jamie. Hope you're doing well. Lou says, left a like for you. Woo, I'm in the top 3 of the likes. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bogey Cat Production says, any of you guys watch a documentary about Evil Dead fans called Hell of the Deadites? No, I've not heard of
No.
that.
No, and I have it as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is it actually physical? Like, actually,
I'm almost certain I have it on one of my deluxe releases.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm almost certain I do.
That's cool. Speaking of documentaries about horror, I recently pre-ordered the new. I know it's an old documentary at this point, but 101 Films are putting out Crystal Lake Memories in the UK on Blu-ray for the first time.
Yeah, finally.
So, yeah, I've pre-ordered that. Been waiting for that to get that for ages.
Yeah.
It's quite ironic because I get a multi-region player, so I could have just bought the American release. As soon as I'm able to buy the American release, they announced the fucking UK release.
It's a shocking though that didn't come with the Screen Factory set, isn't it?
That's unbelievable how they did that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. That Friday the 13th set must have been a bastard to get put together, though. Can you imagine?
Oh, yeah, you're kidding me.
Yeah.
When you look at everything that's in it, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. But even just to get all the rights and distribution rights and all this,
Oh, it's a nightmare. Yeah.
Must have been a lot of legwork for Screen Factory.
Yeah.
And by this, you know, I don't think we're going to get another Friday the 13th movie, by the sounds of it.
It's very hard to make a Friday the 13th movie now in the same kind of vein as to what they've done with Halloween. It just doesn't work anymore. Audiences don't want it, I don't think. I think I'll tell you what needs to happen to Friday the 13th. It needs to, what they've done similar with the Texas Chainsaw. Give it to Netflix. And let's see what Netflix comes up with.
Thing with Netflix, I always find with Netflix, it's a 50-50 thing, right? Because they could put out some utter shit.
Oh, absolutely.
Stuff.
I said that in there yesterday. I think Texas Chainsaw is the first film I've seen on Netflix that I enjoyed. Believe it or not, I have seen some crap on Netflix.
I've been watching me and Sophie have been watching a pretty good show called The Toys That Made Us. That's really cool.
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah, that looks interesting.
And we
It's
watched
really
the
cool.
movies that made us.
Yeah, there's like two different. There's the movies that made us that do each episode is a movie from like back in the day, and they took years like a little mini documentary. It's about 45 to an hour long. They're pretty good.
Okay.
The Die Hard episode's really interesting.
Okay.
And they show you like certain things of like they explain how all the explosions in the film are real explosions on and the actual Nakatomi building was I think it's Fox Plaza. The actual building.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
so when you see, like, scaffold and stuff, it's or like unfinished places, it's actually real.
Yeah, it's
Oh, okay,
there was a
okay.
bit in the documentary where the production crew, some of the people from the production were talking about how like they made so much noise making the movie. People in the city was complaining to the local authority,
Right.
and the local authority came down and was like, "You got 2 hours to do this scene, and then you're not allowed to film anymore."
Mm.
So I
Wow.
can't remember,
Okay.
I can't remember what scene it was. It was a particular. I think it might have been the scene where everyone's being rushed up to the top of the building. That sequence, and they had like no, I think it. Yeah, it was that sequence because it was when they got the helicopters in. It was like they're expecting transport, not like combat choppers. Or
Yeah.
whatever. And they used real helicopters for that sequence. They had 2 hours to do that whole shot before
Wow.
the local authority were like, "You got to stop." So it's
Wow. Jesus, that's
there's a lot
amazing.
of like,
Okay.
put together Die Hard, but what a fucking film that was! Holy shit!
Yeah, absolutely.
Just
And they had to sort of legally offer the role to Frank Sinatra, didn't they, at first?
What?
Yeah, because the book Nothing Lasts Forever is a sequel to the book The Detective.
Ah,
And the
right.
film-
Okay.
The film The Detective stars Frank Sinatra.
Right. Okay. Very good.
I only learned that from the movies that made us documentary. Die
Yeah,
Hard.
Right.
So
Right. Okay.
I've learned something. Yay!
What I was going to say was the other
Yes.
thing we watched on Netflix, that brand new cherry flavour.
Oh, fuck me! What? We watched a limited series called Brand New Cherry Flavor. If you've not seen it, fucking watch it. Holy shit! It's like a
Okay.
kind of like weird, kind of like what would you call it? Like psychedelic horror about a curse that goes wrong.
Okay.
8 episodes. It's not long at all.
I still haven't seen the last episode. I fell asleep
It's fucking awesome. Like,
Wow. Okay. Okay.
so good.
because we went into it just like something to watch, but then we just got hooked, didn't we? And watched like
Yeah.
4 episodes in one night.
Yeah, like literally, we binged it pretty much. We binged most of it in one night. It was fucking awesome.
Okay.
Like, really, it's the most bizarre thing I think I've seen in like 3 years.
There's one scene that is unforgettable. I
It's-
can't say what it is.
Yeah, we can't
Oh.
talk about it. It's
Oh,
so
no.
fucking weird. But
You'll know it once you see it.
yeah, it's
Okay.
it's about a filmmaker who wants to get revenge on a film producer
He's
for
so
fucking them over. So she goes to this witch person and puts a curse on him. It goes wrong. That's all I'm gonna say. It's so fucking good. Go and watch it now.
Okay.
8 episodes.
It's brilliant.
Oh, fucking what a show that
You're
was.
Andy, have you seen that film yet? Have you seen that Censor yet?
I haven't, no.
No, I haven't.
No.
I'm surprised you haven't watched that, Andy. I think it's something that you might love.
Censor.
Yeah.
Doesn't ring any bells.
Oh wow! It's just been new release from Second Sight. I think the film came out around maybe a year or 2 years ago.
Oh yeah. I've heard it. I've not seen it, but I've seen
Yeah.
I've seen YouTubers do unboxings of
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I think it might be something for you to check out. I think it could be something that you might really enjoy.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give it a look.
Mm.
See what it's like. Yeah.
I've been meaning to check that out because I know it's like it's kind of like the Video Nasties era or something.
That's right.
to do with
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, absolutely.
But
Yeah,
like,
on
I don't know,
On that note, guys, I'm going to have to shoot off, but thanks for having me on.
Oh, no
Uh,
problem.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have a good
See you.
night.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks. Yeah.
Good luck.
See
See
you
you
later.
after.
Bye bye.
Bye. Well, and then
And those two. Trial 3. Shit, I keep forgetting about Sophie.
You've forgotten what's going on.
Wow.
You're too hidden, Sophie. You need to come in center. There we go.
It's just annoying because
vying for the spotlight. Get out of my way.
if I get too close, it's like reflecting off my glasses, and then it's like, you
This is
can't,
what
can't see my eyeballs.
this is why I don't wear glasses on stream or in my videos
Yeah,
because I have to wear glasses but I hate the glare, so I'll just choose.
No,
not
but
Yeah,
if I can't
okay.
have the glasses, Keith just looks like a blob.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. At least you can still hear him. It doesn't affect your hearing, does it?
There you go.
That'll give me a day.
Okay, yeah, maybe not. Right, let's move on to the comments. Big shout out to Andy. If you haven't subscribed to Forgotten World of Movies, just go and give him a sub. He's a great dude with a great channel.
We'll leave the link
Absolutely.
up the stream.
Yeah, we'll I'll edit the stream when we finish and drop the link down below.
Yeah.
If you haven't subscribed to Keith, go and subscribe to
No,
Euphoria
forget about him.
Pictures.
Forget about him.
What's going on here? Bad cop, good cop. Go and subscribe.
Wow.
No. Where were you at 8 o'clock last night?
My favourite on them was it Pete's stream, wasn't I? I was like, don't tell Ellen, but then Ellen was in the chat. Probably watched.
Yeah, she was there. Ellen was there saying to me, "Too late, Sophie. Seen it."
Back to the comments a sec. Lou Zanedog says, "Awesome. I've got to check out Hail to the Deadites." Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether would that have been included in the 4K release. Do you know, Keith? Because I've got the cine edition.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I honestly don't know. I need to. I recognize the name of it. I'm positive that I have it in one of my sets, but I think it's one of my deluxe ones. I think it was maybe one of the bust editions I have, or it could be the anthology collection that I have with the Book of the Dead. I'm not quite sure, but I'm nearly certain I have it.
Okay, I got his comments quite interesting. Itchy says, like heck, the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre isn't funny. That movie is hilarious. You just have to understand Toby Hooper's kind of humor.
Right.
I can't judge. I've not seen it.
I'm just. I don't care. Like, I don't like the film. Like, I don't really judge it. I don't see it as the masterpiece of horror as loads of people do. Like, I'm just like, yeah, I mean, great. You know, I understand its impact. But you know, I don't care enough to try and understand Toby Hooper's humor. If I'm honest.
Yeah, it's you know, like I know what comedy is. Texas Chainsaw is not comedy. Simple as it doesn't even have. I'm sorry, but it doesn't have comedy elements in that film whatsoever. I honestly don't think it does. I think it's very easy to turn around and say that a director, you have to know a director. If you know his sense of humor, then you probably would get it. But does anyone really know who Tobe Hooper is? You know, I don't know.
The thing, the thing that makes me struggle with that idea, oh yeah, you just have to know his kind of humor, is that he said on like interviews that Texas Chainsaw Part 2 is the kind of tone that he thought the first one was meant to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they couldn't be further apart in tone.
Yeah.
I could argue that Part 2 is borderline a cartoon in places, right?
Yeah. Like someone
really silly.
Like someone, there was people leaving comments on that Matrix video that I done for Resurrection, and there was a few people saying, and I'm not kidding you. If I rolled my eyes anymore, they would have went into the back of my head. They started saying that I missed the point of the movie, that the film was intentionally made bad.
I heard that as well.
Yeah, and that's why they were making fun of it during the film. Get the fuck out of here. And if that director came out, if Lana Wachowski came out and said, "Oh, by the way, I made this movie crap, hoping that the studios won't make another one because it's so bad," that woman would never work again. Simple as. Bullshit. And and the weird thing was, if the film was critically praised by the fans, then we wouldn't have been talking about that at all. It's absolute bullshit. Garbage. It is.
The thing that makes that statement hard to buy, you know, oh, it was bad on purpose, is, you know, sure, there's the art part of making all movies, right? There's the art form there. There's an artist wanting to make art there somewhere, but everyone's in it to make money.
Yeah.
So are they telling us that Lana purposely made it bad so Warner Brothers won't make any money? So that means she must have had a big kickback from this movie, because I'm sure most people do get, directors get kickback from the profits or whatever.
Yeah.
I find it difficult when there's money on the line. I refuse to believe that they've purposely sabotaged this film.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard, right?
It's garbage. Absolute. I swear to God, the amount of times I rolled my eyes in the comment section of that video, I have to admit, it was unbelievable. It's people just saying that I kind of missed the point of the movie. It's ludicrous.
I've not seen the film. I don't plan to watch the film. I really just have no inclination to even think about watching it, to be honest.
Yeah. Ludicrous. I hate it. It's just so easy. Like it's like in that case, then every director could do that. Oh, by the way, your film is absolute shit. The fans hate it. Oh yeah, but I made it that way. It was meant to be shit. It's look, we'll move on from it. It's actually annoying me just talking about it.
Big P33 says, any love from the group for Hong Kong movies? Picked up a few at Car Boot today. Currently watching Naked Weapon, then gonna watch Iceman Cometh. I can't say I'm very familiar with too many Hong Kong movies. The one film that comes to mind, and I could be mistaken this as a, not a Hong Kong film, but I don't know why, but I'm thinking of Hard Boiled. Is that a Hong Kong movie?
Oh, it could be. It could be. That's John Woo's movie, isn't it?
Yeah, it's almost like Die Hard, like from Hong Kong.
Yeah, I'm definitely the last person to kind of talk about when it comes to. Yeah. I don't. It's just not my thing, my cup of tea, if I'm being totally honest. But I get why people love them as well.
Yeah. It's completely out of my wheelhouse in terms of knowledge stuff. The closest to the Hong Kong movies would be kind of like Golden Harvest, Bruce Lee kung fu movies from the 70s. I love those, but I wouldn't necessarily say they're Hong Kong films, right?
No, probably not.
I don't know. But yeah, sorry. We are the last two people to talk about Hong Kong.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes.
Sorry, Al. I do apologize. Bogey Cat Production says, "I'm in the Hell to the Deadites doc. It's a good fun watch."
Oh,
right.
Interesting.
Right. Again, if you can leave a comment and just if you can leave a comment and let me know where you can get this documentary, because I'm positive that I have it, but I need to know.
That's cool. That's cool that you're in it. Speaking of documentaries, I'm just going to throw out this quick plug because I thought this documentary would be out by now, but I'm actually taking part. I filmed my segment for this documentary fucking like a year ago, long time ago. I'm in a documentary called The Legend of King Kong.
Okay.
It's not like it's a fan-made production, but the guy that is doing it, he's gone above and beyond to get like people involved with the franchise, going as far back as he can. Obviously, like going back to the 30s, it's going to be difficult finding people still alive that were part of that original film. But he spoke to like some big, I don't know exactly who he spoke to, but I know there's some big people involved. And he's got part one of this documentary is going to be have a cinema screening. I think it's like south of England somewhere. I can't remember exactly where he said, but
okay.
I'm looking forward to that because I'm in it.
Okay.
So, I love King Kong.
So yeah, of course.
It's really weird when like he'll do an advert for the documentary, and you're just like, my name would be in like a little credit bit underneath. Yeah, he uses my full name as well. He uses Jason David Brett, which is kind of interesting because maybe it's that's my name on Instagram. That's how he contacted me.
Okay.
Because he knew from my channel, I think he saw my King Kong collection video, and he was like, "Oh, would you like to talk about King Kong for like 2 minutes on this documentary?" I was like, "Yeah, cool." Fuck
okay,
yes.
That's good. That's great. That's fantastic.
So yeah, I recorded that like a year ago. It was meant he was planning to get it complete for November last year, but but I think he's got a bit of it's kind of blown up and become bigger than it was going to be.
Mm.
So
Okay.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. His name's Tom Grove. He has a channel. He's done a Halloween documentary, and he experiments a fan-made thing, but he puts a lot of time and effort into what he does. I think the Halloween documentary done was really good.
Okay.
Go and look it up.
I'll have to check it up. Yeah, I'll check it out. Definitely.
It's really good. It's gonna be very bizarre me being in a documentary.
Yeah, that's
Look
cool.
at me. Look at my face.
I'm saying nothing.
That's actually for the best. Back to the comments. Lou Zenidog says, I like Puppet Master. Don't like the plot of the last one that came out, but the puppet designs were awesome. Cool.
Okay. Well, I don't have to worry about that because I never got it in the box set, so I'm okay. So I don't have to watch it.
Are you gonna get a couple of figures to put in that?
Yeah, I made a bastard mistake. I didn't realize that the company that I bought it off were selling the figures as well.
Okay.
So unfortunately now, if I go to try and buy the figures off them, you just get slapped with a huge delivery charge. So it wouldn't be worth me buying them off them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to eBay.
Where did they come? Where did that trunk come from?
America. It's a company called Full Moon Features. Yeah, it's from the States.
I looked them up, and they've got a streaming service, right?
That's right, yeah.
And it says if I buy a year subscription for their streaming service, they'll send me the standard box set for Puppet Master for free.
That's right.
But it's like £45 for a year subscription.
Okay.
And I no, honestly, I've seen this box set on eBay go for over £100.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Not the one you've got. It's just more of a standardized.
Yeah, another one you're talking about.
Yeah.
So
I'm
I
like,
see it.
but I don't know how reliable that is. You know, I don't know.
How reliable the actual... Oh no, that's a real thing. That is. You have nothing to worry about. They're a legit company.
Yeah.
I don't think you've anything to worry about.
I wasn't sure whether like you've got to basically complete your year subscription before they send it to you. I don't know.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. I'm not quite sure what that. Jason, you'll probably find out as well that the streaming service is probably only allowed in the States. I wouldn't be one bit surprised if that were the case.
I was just seeing it as more of a cheaper way of getting the box set. That's all. Like, because eBay prices are kind of ridiculous.
No, absolutely. But then, having said that, Jason, what you're not factoring in, unfortunately, with that price, is how much is it for the streaming service?
£45.
£45. Yeah, then you'll probably have to pay the delivery charge to send it out to you.
Oh, okay,
and I can tell you now that the delivery charge on that box set that I ordered was $50.
Oof.
It was expensive. It was expensive.
Maybe not a way to get it.
Yeah, maybe not a cheaper way.
Yeah, and then of course, not forget about the customs charge as well when it comes in.
Do you know what? Custom charges to me just seems like the most pointless fucking thing on the planet.
Absolutely.
I remember getting sent something. I think I bought a Godzilla box set. I think I got it over on my shelf. Got it for a really good price. It sells for like £200 used. I got it for 50, which I was really happy about. Like it's a really hard set. And it got here, and I was slapped with a £38 customs charge.
Yeah.
And I was at the desk. I was like, "What is this?" And he goes, "Oh, we had to open it to check what was inside." I was like, "And you're charging me for opening my post? I should fucking be charging you, you bastards!" Like, they're charging you almost £40 just to open your parcel.
Yeah, it's a racket. It's an absolute racket. It's a joke. And over here, we just found out as well, just recently, that apparently the government over here are going to be introducing the delivery charge. So when they factor in a customs charge, they factor in the price of the item that's coming over here. But apparently now they're going to factor in the fucking delivery charge into it as well. Oh, so
daylight robbery, man. Fucking daylight robbery. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. I don't understand it. Like, like how?
But having said that, with that Puppet Master set, even though I think my customs charge on that was €25, I think it actually worked out that I got it for, I think it was around €160, including the item, the delivery and the customs charge. And I can't really complain about it because I did say it in the video. I was actually putting offers on eBay to €300, and I was losing out on auctions for €300 to get that set.
Fuck.
So I got very lucky, very, very lucky.
Yeah. That's cool. I think all these things as well. Like, there's so many stuff you've got in your background there that I just want, but I think it's like I always see people they buy stuff all the time. They're getting new things, and I always think some people are millionaires, right? I think, how the fuck are they affording all this stuff? But obviously, everyone's got different financial situations. Everyone's got different disposable income.
Yeah,
Well, like
I always say it to people. Like, I think people kind of look behind me and they kind of go, "Oh wow, he must have a lot of money and all that." But I think people sometimes forget that that's all built over, 15, 20 years. It just doesn't happen now. It's not like I went out and I bought all of that yesterday. So you kind of do forget that. It's but it does take a certain amount of dedication as well to get stuff like that behind me.
It's funny because I started a new job in December.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm able to indulge a bit, get that multi-region player and stuff, but like I could go even a bit because I live with my mum. I'm a bit more of a I don't have too many outgoings. I'm quite,
okay.
I don't want to say comfortable because that's not a very good word, but
no.
I'm in a more privileged position, if that makes sense. Like,
okay.
I don't have rent to pay.
I get that.
I'm not breaking it. I'm just saying, but I could go a lot more crazier with what I buy than I actually do. I'm being actually quite reserved with it because I don't want to be in a situation where I'm literally fucked for money. Because
I do this thing with myself, me personally. When I get my wages and all that, what I kind of do, I sometimes have, like, I'll have a drawer in my bedroom and I'll just keep throwing maybe 20 or 30 quid into this drawer.
Mm.
And I'll just let it build up and build up and build up. And then when it gets to a certain amount, then I kind of turn around and go, okay, now I can get one of these editions that I'm looking to get. And that's kind of the way I do it. Trust me, a lot of people think this is a kind of a spur of the moment thing. I see something, I go, oh, I'm going to get it now. It doesn't really work that way. It doesn't work that way. Sometimes it does, but most of the time, it's built up over a bit of time.
See, I'm really bad with money. I have no patience whatsoever. I impulse buy all the fucking time.
Right.
Like the problem with me, I use financing a lot. So you've got PayPal credit, you've got pay in 3 on PayPal, so you break it into 3 payments over 3 months. I do that a lot. So
right.
I don't know why my brain's just like, you need that right now. You can't wait 3 months. You need that.
I kind of get I am a bit like that sometimes as well, but especially with a lot of newer stuff, like a new if a new 4K Steelbook or something comes out, I'll never actually wait for it to go down. I'll instantly buy it. But I have to admit, some of the bigger buys that I do, I haven't said. I just throw a bit of money away. I put a bit of money away, and then when something comes along, at least that money's there to get it. And that's kind of the way I look at it.
The thing is, like, I don't know if you've gotten these comments before. I don't like it when people go, "You're wasting your money on all that stuff."
Well, someone turned around and said to me the other day, it wasn't that long ago, this lovely gentleman came onto my comment section and said to me, what is the fucking point? You're going to be dead someday and you can't take it with you. And then my instant reply, now normally I don't entertain these people because I think that's what they want. But my first reply to him was, well, in that case, what is the point in buying a house or buying a new car or doing fucking anything? And that, it was the most ridiculous comment I've ever heard. And the fact that, and I also said to him, look, you're clearly not a movie collector. What the hell are you coming over, wasting your time looking at my videos? You're not a collector. You'll never fully understand it. So I was nice and polite with him, but then he started becoming very obnoxious, and that's when I get rid of you. Unfortunately, 3 days later, he appeared back with another account, and he kept doing it for nearly a week.
Yeah, I don't know, like the whole idea of like, oh yeah, you'll be dead soon. You can't take it with you. I mean, like, what a fucking miserable way to live, right?
Yeah.
We've all got a limited set time in this on this planet Earth, whatever you want to call it, life, and it's like whatever can make your day-to-day life more enjoyable, fucking do it, right? If collecting movies is what you fucking love, fucking do it.
Yeah, I don't know what this fella felt that I should be doing with my money. I don't know. It's I just found the whole thing to be I just thought it was a ridiculous comment. But unfortunately it's YouTube and that happens, so
well, Keith, if you listen to these fucking money gurus, they were like, just invest.
Yeah,
I mean,
see, what was happening with that fella was when I left that comment and I said to them, there what's the point in buying a house or buying a car? He instantly dodged that question and then went right back to my collection again.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? So it's there's no winning with them.
They're not there to answer your questions. They're there to
absolutely not. And that's so. Look, it happens. Look, we knew this, Jason, got onto YouTube that if you're going to start a channel, there was always these things were always going to happen. You're always going to have the odd asshole every now and again. Thankfully, it doesn't happen too much.
What was that? What was that pointing about? Yeah. Well, Sophie, she's going to come back to YouTube at some point, but she's going to turn the comments off. Is that the plan?
Yeah, because I've put all my videos back up, but the comments are turned off.
Yeah. Okay. Why are you doing that?
Sorry.
So why are you knocking the comments off, Sophie?
It's just troll comments. It's not good for my mental health.
Yeah, absolutely. I get that. Yeah, I get that.
Because I was going to put them on for a review, but then I was like, I'm still going to see them, so. Because otherwise, I'll turn into a right savage bitch, and they won't like it. And I'll just go in on.
The problem is, if you become savage like that and you just get all angry and reply to them angry, you're giving them what they exactly.
Well,
want.
you keep saying I'm a Karen, so.
Yeah, but I say it jokingly. Stop being a Karen, right? Come on.
It wasn't that long ago. I probably said it on another stream, but I actually got my first death threat there not so long ago. A fella got so offended that I didn't go to see that film Dune in the cinema. It was on the video where I bought the steelbook of Dune, and I said in it that I hadn't seen the film in the cinema, and I had the steelbook of it, and he lost out in the steelbook. He couldn't get it, and he was so angry. He was just unbelievably angry, and he just turned and he said to me, "If I actually ever see you walking down the street, I'll stab you in the face." And I was like, "Well, your mother's going to have to let you out of your basement first, you fucking sad cunt." And that's so. Yeah, I actually did that wrong because I should have reported it. I didn't. I was told by numerous people that I should have reported it, but I kind of rolled my eyes to it and just blocked
to one troll comment.
Yeah.
Which they said, "Who do you think you are?" So I replied, "Going, your worst fucking nightmares." And they replied, "Going, oh, psycho."
I think on our chat group, so they were talking about trolls, and I think I just said all the trolls need to be set on fire. I couldn't give a fuck if a troll is an 8-year-old kid. Burn that fucking bastard. Couldn't give a shit.
Right. Sorry, can I tell my story?
Tell. You're not on camera. Please tell.
It's not very exciting, but I've got my story. If you've ever heard the website Omegle, it's like you go onto there and you just get paired with like a random person, like video chat. And then I had bright hair at the time, and then there was 2 like 7 or 8-year-olds on there. Don't know. It was really late at night, so God knows where their parents were. And they were like, "Oh, you're a blue head bitch," and I was just like, "You're like 8."
Wow. Yeah. It's look. Unfortunately, these things happen. There's nothing you can do about it. All you can do is pray. Yeah. It's look. It is what it is. Unfortunately.
But I was like, but 2 8-year-olds.
Yeah. I'm sorry if an 8-year-old said that to me, I'd be like, "Look, you're not too young enough to be punched in the face, all right, you little kid."
Yeah. Yeah.
Not that mean. I'm only joking. I wouldn't actually. Maybe if they push me too far, I might actually elbow them. Anyway, I'm not a child beater, honestly.
Just putting that out there.
I wouldn't kill anyone unless they piss me off.
No, I always say I'm nice up to a point if you annoy me.
Well, that's everyone, all right. Don't piss me off. I might not be a cunt if you didn't piss me off. You know what I mean? I'm lovely in real life.
No, I'm like the loveliest person until you get on the wrong side of me, and I'm just like, please, I'm gonna fucking murder you.
I have life experience, Keith. I have life experience of that.
You make it sound like you're in such an abusive relationship.
We're not.
Well, I abuse you about how but...
Are we going to see a bit of it live on camera now?
No, but I was saying the other day, weren't I?
What?
That we don't argue, but we just have like stupid. I don't know how to describe it, but we're never angry with each other. Well, I'm like angry with you when you keep trying to annoy me, but anyway,
it's one of those things. I'm not angry. I'm just very disappointed.
Yeah.
This is not Jeremy Kyle live.
Oh, watch that. That definition of trash television is.
Something I went to was on there.
Holy shit.
It was quite interesting.
There was a guy that the friend I knew from school that was up the road. He was on there because his brother, was being like cheated on by his girlfriend, and he was like, stood up. He was like, "My brother is a good dude, but he needs to get his mind sorted out." I'm just like, I know that guy. I went to school with that dude. Holy shit, he's on Jeremy Kyle. He must have lost his way in life. He's on Jeremy Kyle. Fucking hell.
No,
Holy
but
shit.
I remember, like, clear as day when he came in talking about the fact he was on Jeremy Kyle.
Well, like it was like he's claim to fame.
No, he was trying to find out if a child was his. Hayden, that was his name.
This is a weird tangent, right, Keith?
Oh, yeah,
but
sorry.
why the fuck do these people want to air their dirty laundry on fucking national television? I don't understand it.
Because they're getting paid for it. That's why.
But how much though?
I honestly don't know, but I presume it must be. You must get something.
Paid to be on the show. I think they get paid like their hotel expenses and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Come on, there has to be a bit more to it than that. Because why would you go on?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never been on Jeremy Kyle.
I mean, it's like what's the program? You know it. I know. I can't think of the name.
What?
You send the silly tape and they pay you 250 quid.
Oh, You've Been Framed.
Yeah, that.
My uncle
It's like that,
was on
right? It's like that because there's an incentive to send your
Absolutely.
Right?
I'm gonna have to show you my uncle on there, right? Basically, sorry, I've got another story.
This is the best tangent ever. It's
No.
amazing.
My auntie was going to look in the fish pond, and then she fell in, and then all you see is just my uncle running along, and he got paid £250 for it, and he was actually on TV.
Wow.
And all our family were like tweeting about it and putting on Facebook and stuff. It's brilliant. I'm going to have to show you. But originally, he put like the Jaws music over it. But
that's brilliant.
Yeah, you can see it like she was fine. But she just like face plants into the fish pond. I'm gonna have to find the clip, put it in the group chat. Oh, it's funny. But yeah,
I can't stand that program now because I just can't stand Henry Hill. I can't stand the guy.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of him myself.
I can't stand it. Like if it's just the videos and the canned laughter without his narration, fine.
Right.
But because
okay.
he's talking, I can't deal.
I've got a bit of a random question for everyone in the stream and
yes.
and that.
Yes.
So, what reality show would you go on?
Oh God.
Okay.
Reality show.
Yeah, because I don't know. Is there any difference over in Ireland? Is there shows that we don't have?
Right, I'll tell you. Right, there's one. You're not going to believe this. This is so stupid. We only just finished watching one. This show actually came out years ago. It actually got canned after one season, and we watched it when it first came out at the time. It was this is like 15 years ago. There was a show called The Murder Game, and it was 10 contestants on it. And you had to go to you got trained by real detectives, and basically they were put into this fictional town where there was a murder, and you had to solve the murder. And
I'd be up for that.
And at the end of each episode, the two people that were voted out, they had to play the murder game basically, where they had to go to two areas in this town, maybe like a derelict kind of building, and another one had to go to a graveyard or something like that. And the killer will be in one of them areas, and that's how each person got taken out. So it comes down. So it's winding down until the last two people, and it was a fun show, and I would love to be on something like that.
When you say reality show, I'm just thinking of game shows for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
There's one that just looks really stupid but really fun. Did you ever watch Ninja Warrior?
Oh.
Yeah.
That just looks like a load of fun, right?
Yeah.
I'll probably suck at it. I'll probably just be out, but the first hurdle do me. I'm like, fuck.
One I go on was Crystal Maze.
Oh, I'd love to go on to the Crystal Maze.
It was Crystal Maze at Fort Boyard. I used to love that.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to go on the Crystal Maze. That'd be great.
Oh, I had a such bizarre childhood. Like I remember the weekends used to be like family takeaway with like some. I think we watched like Gladiators, Crystal Maze.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Do you remember Nightmare? Do you remember that one?
No.
Nightmare. Where you had to.
Helmet?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that one?
It's obviously I don't remember it. They used to show it on Challenge. You just like in this. It's kind of like Dungeons and Dragons. You've just got like this helmet on.
Oh, okay.
Ashen's done a version of it. I'll show you Ashen's version.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're in like a helmet.
Right. Should we get back to the comments?
Oh, sorry, I just
behind.
got a random question since I keep being forgotten about.
It's okay. It's fine. Great tangent. It's been entertaining. Dr. Impossible says, just look at Toby Hooper's Funhouse, comedy gold. I've not seen that movie, by the way.
I haven't. It's a good film, but again, I wouldn't call it comedy. But sure, there we go.
Itchy says, just look at Toby Hooper. Now he's comedy gold. Oh, God. No, not Toby. Is it Toby or Tobe? I don't know.
I always say Tobe Hooper.
I don't know.
Apparently, Jules will slap him. I don't know if that's me, but probably is. Yeah, I will.
Oh.
Lou's saying hello to the chat.
Okay.
Okay, Al says, mate, like I said, no need to apologise. Not your fault, pal. Royal Mail's fuck up. Yeah, most probably.
Well, my dad's gone down 3 days a week because he's had enough.
I'll PM you tomorrow. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, Lou told me about that.
Yeah, Lou says I'm stream hopping. I've got another friend live as well at the moment. That's cool, man.
That's right. I'll
Still
message you and Jen after.
Oh, still talking about Hooper being funny. Hooper was a rather strange character, but he did deliver some cracking horror moments, including my guilty canon pleasure, Invaders of Mars.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Actually, that website that you checked out for Dune, the Koch Films, they're doing a fantastic steelbook for that Invaders of Mars that I'm going to try and pick up.
Awesome, so soon. What year is that? Invaders of Mars.
Invaders of Mars. I'd say around 86, 87, something like that.
Oh.
I think I might be. No, I might be completely wrong. I honestly don't know.
Oh, we have. Oh, we're so behind. we're like over an hour behind the chat. Holy shit! We have Pete. Hello, Pete. He says, "Hey guys."
Hey, Pete, how are you?
Sorry, I didn't put anything in the group chat.
Yeah, we forgot to tell our group chat that we were fucking streaming.
Surprise!
Sean Sheridan says, "Midsommar is well made, but I hate it. And any horror movies about cults like Wicker Man, not for me." That's fair, man. That's fair.
I don't like saying that word.
What? Cult?
Yeah, because I think I'm going to call someone something else.
Okay.
Have you not seen the video of Newsreader?
What newsreader?
There's some newsreader and she's reading something, and she's, instead of saying that word, she calls someone a CUND. And it's so funny. And it's like live.
I find newsreaders fuck ups the funniest thing ever.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Or if they're just sitting there doing things and they don't realise they're live. Oh, it's brilliant.
I think last December there was like it was all over like the internet where like there was important political kind of like interview with this important MP, and his little daughter walks in the room. It's
Yeah.
like behind him.
Yeah.
Seen that?
The
Yeah.
wife just comes like, no.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Over like 2 years ago now. It was on
Yeah.
Facebook again.
Is that 2 years ago?
Yeah, it
Oh,
come
okay. I
up
thought
on,
it was
like-
recent.
No, it come up on Facebook.
Itchy asks, what I think to be quite a silly question. Keith, do you own The Fog on 4K?
I am
Of
not even
course
going to
you do.
answer that question. I
Yeah,
will not. I
yeah.
refuse to answer that question. Yes, I own it around 4 times on 4K.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, I do. I definitely own it.
Do you own every Carpenter film, Keith?
No, believe it or not. I'm missing
Oh.
2. I'm
Are
missing
they-
Dark
I-
Star.
What one?
His first movie, Dark Star.
Oh,
I
okay.
never actually bought that film. And he done a TV movie, Someone Watching Over Me, I think it's called. And
Oh,
I
okay.
never picked up either. Also, they're the only 2 I
So
missed.
You have the 2 so quote unquote bad ones, Ghost of Mars and The Ward. I don't know if they're bad. I've not seen them, so I can't comment.
Yeah, I hate them. I hate them.
I really like John Carpenter's Vampires. I think that's
I
really
think it's fun. I
underrated.
think it's a good movie. I like it. It's,
Yeah,
Yeah, you got it on DVD, didn't you?
yeah, I still haven't
yeah.
watched it.
That's a good
but
old
I
time.
have to admit, if James Woods wasn't in that movie, that film would be terrible. It would be. I think James Woods really carries it very well. Some of the
I think-
lines that come out.
I think I don't know. You could correct me. Like, you don't really hear his name very often. I think he's fairly underrated.
Yeah, he is very underrated. That's a fair comment. You rarely hear. That's what I'm saying. James Woods. Normally, when you see him in a movie, chances are he's not the main star of that movie.
Yeah,
That's the one thing. He's always kind of like a bit like Steve Buscemi. He's never the main player. He's always there. It's. I think it's a good film though.
I can't help but whenever I think James Wood, though, I always think of the fucking Family Guy.
Yeah, I was just
Oh, a
about,
piece of candy.
yeah.
Oh, a piece of candy.
All I know James Woods for is Family Guy. I didn't know he was some like big like movie star, whoever he was.
Every time I keep thinking of James Woods, I still think, in a way, has kind of ruined The Exorcist for me. I still think it's probably one of the funniest opening sequences to my film, the Scary Movies 2, with James Woods. Even now when I watch it, tears just come out of me.
I've not seen that film in fucking
I
years.
started to watch it, but it was so cringingly bad. I was like, no, I can't watch this.
Just all you have to watch is the opening sequence, and that's it. Leave it at that. Then.
They're on the piano, aren't they? And they're singing. It's like you don't expect them to sing the song that they sing.
No, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's brilliant.
They're like, "Move, bitch!" Like, it's like oh. Tim Curry's good in that film.
Back to the comments. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Al says, check out the Hoff in 1976's Revenge of the Cheerleaders.
Oh,
Wow.
I've not seen it. Not heard. I've not
No,
heard it.
definitely not. 1976. Okay,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
Bogey Cat Production says the Hoff is also in one of the Sharknado movies. Of course he is.
I refuse to watch it.
I've got an amazing steelbook of the first one. I've still not watched
Yeah,
the
the
film. though.
steelbook's brilliant.
Yeah. No, it's not for me.
I think that first. I think that's got the girl from American Pie. I think.
What girl?
I forget her name. I forget the
What, the
actress. name.
Elizabeth.
Huh?
Oh no, I know the one you're talking, the blonde one.
Yeah.
Tara Reid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tara
that's
Reid.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's in the first. I
All
think.
Tara Reid's known for now is just being friends with Jed Wood.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
God.
Yeah, Jesus.
I love Jed Wood. They're my boys.
Dr. Impossible
Oh.
says, which is fair. He says, absolutely hated the Child's Play remake. Tom Holland original all the way.
Oh no, absolutely.
I agree.
I agree.
I
Absolutely.
agree. The original was great.
Mm.
But I really enjoyed where they took the remake.
I didn't
Yeah,
like
so do I. Like it's not a page on the original. It never was going to be. But I appreciate what they've done. Kind of like Fright Night. I thought Fright Night's remake was brilliant.
Not seen it.
I've never seen it.
No, I love the original. I've not seen
Wow.
the remake.
Oh wow, no, that's a good remake.
Yeah.
That's a good remake. Jason, I think you will really like that movie.
Okay, cool.
I like
Yeah,
it. 'cause it's-
I am
Oh,
kind of the remake boy. I tend to like remake more than I don't. Like I remember seeing the original. It's probably my favorite vampire film of all time.
We watched it recently, didn't we?
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about Colin Farrell as Jerry. I don't know how I feel.
He's so
Like,
good. He's I like him. I like him a lot. Yeah, I think he's great.
David Tennant's in it.
Oh, is he?
That's right. He plays Peter Vincent.
What's up?
Your Wi-Fi's
Oh shit!
struggling.
Is everything okay on my end? Just to double check.
It broke up there around 10 seconds ago. It was badly breaking up, but it's grand now.
Oh yeah, my signal's gone back up. So
Okay.
yeah, my signal doesn't like me this time of night sometimes.
No, I really enjoyed the original Fright Night.
Oh, I love that film. I love that film so much.
I know some. I love its sequel. I think the sequel to it is fantastic.
I've seen the
I think we
sequel.
spoke about it before. It's a great sequel.
Yeah. Is it a direct sequel? Does it still have Charlie?
It's an absolute direct sequel.
The guy, the first one. What's his name?
Is it got Evil Ed? Does he come
Yeah,
back?
that's who I like.
No, Evil Ed's not back, and it's Jerry Dander's sister.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah, so it's good. It's a good sequel. I like it.
I tell you what, man, how cool is fucking Jerry Dandridge? Fucking, he's a cool cat in that movie.
Do you know he makes a cameo in the remake?
Oh, does he really? Okay,
I can't say nothing because I would really ruin it. But
it's really funny. Just really funny. Me and Soph, I rewatched it to show Soph the original Fright Night.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know this guy who plays Jerry Dandridge. Who is he? And then we looked it up and I realized it's the fucking cop from Child's Play.
Child's Play. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Like, I not know.
Yeah.
No, but I just like Evil Ed's my favourite.
That werewolf transformation is brilliant.
Oh, it's good.
Which one? Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I like that. That is good. Yeah.
All practical as well. Really fucking good. I don't understand these studios. You know, they just want proof why practical works. Just watch all these old 80s horror. Just proves you.
Yeah, I know. I tell you, preaching to the choir, Jason. Preaching to the choir. I've been saying that for years that they should continue.
Oh man! All right, back to the comments because we're going through his whole slow. Bradley Stark says, "Someone please tell this guy it's film, not film."
Oh, he's talking about John and he.
What guy?
He's talking about John.
Yeah, but John's not here.
I know,
So
that's why I'm confused.
I'm
and
confused.
then he put, "Don't mind me, Ellen. I'm being mean-spirited." I'm so confused.
I don't think Keith says it like that. Film. You don't pronounce the L in film, do you?
Film? I don't. Wow.
Film.
Okay.
You've heard John say it, right? John goes film.
Right.
He pronounces the L. He puts emphasis on the L and goes lum.
That's why it's got that T-shirt.
Oh my God, seriously? Is this what we're talking about in the comment section?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Mm-hmm.
It's funny. It's fun. We're having a bit of laugh. And then Ellen says who, and then Radley says, "Don't mind me, Ellen. I'm being mean-spirited." I don't know what. People pronounce stuff differently. Get over it.
I guarantee you, Ellen's pissed right off right now. I guarantee you.
There's certain words that you find hilarious because I don't say it right.
Well, like huge.
I'm not even going to say
it.
It's anything with that sort of sound. I put too much emphasis on it.
So, for example, I don't know why we're getting into this conversation, but the word huge, I kind of pronounce the U, so I go huge. She pronounces it like it's got two O's. She goes huge.
No.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
Okay.
Human.
Yeah, human. Yeah, not human.
Human.
Yeah. Anyway, what a great stream this would be. Sean, I forgot his fucking name. Sheridan says, Boogie Nights is an awesome movie. I've not seen that film, you know.
I'm intrigued by Boogie Nights.
What am I doing? Okay, losing my mind a little bit. This is funny.
I thought you already lost it.
Oh yeah, I lost it ages ago. Itchy says, "Well, I had a great time. Now I'm off to bed. Next week, all at Keith's place. Andy can bring the drinks and Dr. Impossible the snacks. See you there."
Well, I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting.
I tell you what though, Keith. Like me and Soph are really, really eager to have a trip to Ireland at some point.
Oh, I'll tell you one thing, man. If you do, by all means, come my way.
Yeah.
You'll have a place. Yeah, we have a spare room in this house and everything if you want to stay.
I think sort out a passport because you need a passport, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I know certain parts of Ireland you can go with just ID, but
where what part of Ireland are you based? Like middle or south?
I'm on the east side of it. I am in Meath. So Dublin's an hour. Actually, Dublin's around 40 minutes from me. It is. So we're on the far east side of Ireland.
I get a bit confused. Like Northern Ireland is still technically part of the UK, right?
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
So is that kind of almost like a different country in a sense? The way things are?
If you want to look at it, because it's only it's weird. It's strange because it's we actually go up to Northern Ireland once every maybe month. And it's only
is it run different? Like, you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Like everything's in pounds and everything. Yeah, it's all done in English currency and all that. You know, it's it is absolutely. It's only like a 45-minute trip from where we live.
No, but we're eager to come visit you.
Yeah.
Oh, by all means, I would have you here in a second. So you're more than welcome. And I'm sure Ellen would be happy as well.
Yeah, it'd be lovely to meet her.
Yeah. She can show us like the art of passing a drink over on camera.
I tell you, Jason, you think that's good? You should see the way she puts the ice in the glass.
That's no good to me. I don't like ice in my drink.
Oh wow! Oh, I say you're not going to be welcome. So
more ice, the better. So.
Absolutely.
There's all ice, no drink. Yeah.
No, but if you notice, some places do that, and like restaurants and stuff, it's actually a glass of ice, and like you drink the Coke, and you're like, where's that gone?
I generally don't like ice in the drink because I don't drink the drink immediately. So by the time I get to drink the drink, it's watered down and gone shit. So
I get that.
When we go to cinema next, you have to ask him not to put ice in it.
I tell you what, right? I know you don't go to cinema very often, Keith, but do you buy snacks at the cinema?
Sorry?
Do you buy snacks like popcorn and drink and stuff?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know what it is, but I need to stop buying popcorn.
You literally,
because I barely eat it, but it's become a thing of like, go have popcorn in the cinema.
Yeah,
I barely eat any of it.
I always have nachos.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't particularly like popcorn. I'm not mad about it. And normally when we do go to cinema, Ellen will always get some. And then of course, as soon as it's sitting on her lap, you can't stop picking at it, even though I don't particularly like it. And that it's yeah.
But with me, especially recently, I don't know what's going on, but it's just like I'm getting bored of it really quickly. So like,
you're right.
Before the movies even come off, I filled already. I had my full of popcorn before the film even started. And I feel like a massive bag of popcorn sitting there. I'll put it down, and that's it. I won't eat anymore. So it's like I pay how much we pay for our snacks?
It came to like £22.
No, that's not with snacks. That's with your ticket.
Oh yeah.
So, for example, I paid about I don't know, like what was it, £22? I paid about
it's £12.99
say like
ticket.
Yeah, so about like a good 10 quid on snacks.
Yeah,
that's just for like the large popcorn and large drink.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've drank all the drink because we shared one, so we kind of shared.
Yeah,
we drank it. Was over there. We drank most of it.
I'm still drinking it.
So it's been
it's just really flat.
The popcorn, I literally must have had like at least 3/4 of the bag left.
After
the film.
Right.
I'm just gonna stop buying that because it's such a waste of money now.
Yeah, absolutely. I get that. With me, I'm always the same with cinema. When I go and see a film in the cinema, I always buy the same thing. I always get myself a drink and a bag of minstrels, and that's it every time. I always get a bag of minstrels, and the weird thing is, I always have the bag gone by the time the film starts.
Yeah, you do, because you want to be focused.
I never have anything during the movie itself. It's always gone with the fucking ads.
I've always had this kind of like bucket list for cinema, like when it concerns snacks and food and that. One time, if I can get away with it, I just want to be that woman from Scary Movie, where she goes in with a bucket of KFC. I just want to do that for one movie. I just want to go right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
People always think you can't take food in, but there's like no rules against it. You're just not allowed to take hot food.
So I wouldn't be allowed to have KFC. That's my point. So I don't think I'd be able to get away with it.
No.
Imagine that's the thing. Imagine you queuing up and with a big bucket of KFC. I think it'd be brilliant.
I could get the mega bucket. It's like 20 pieces. Like, anyone want KFC?
No.
I'll be everyone's best friend. I'd be like,
Oh no! Right, can I go on another tangent?
Okay, tangent accepted. Go.
Right, I've been doing a podcast about John Wayne Gacy. You know who he is, and he used to go to political meetings, and he used to work at a fried chicken place that would always take fried chicken to the meetings and become like everyone's best friend.
Oh wow! Okay, there you go, Jason. That could be you.
This is really bad. It's midnight, and I want fucking KFC. Thanks.
But they even said
everyone. Thanks, my brain.
They even said
No, they won't.
Oh, that's a shame. I really want to
Right.
a sandwich after this.
I tell you what, right, Keith, we'd be watching a film like a late night watching a movie. It'd be like 1-2 o'clock in the morning, and she'd just lay there and she'd go, "I'm hungry."
It can be horrible. It can. It's horrible. I hate when it happens, and you can't sleep. You can't sleep. It's horrible.
I was just drifting off, and I was like, "I'm hungry. My stomach's rumbling."
But I can. It's always on cue. It's always like after we watch a film, we lay down to go to sleep, and she's just laying there. I just hear her go, "I'm hungry." It's like on cue. I knew she was going to say that.
I'll be like, I'm not even tired anymore. I'll be falling asleep for a film, go to lay down to sleep, and I'll be like, I'm not tired anymore. It's really
I know I'm hungry.
Back to the comments. Dr. Impossible says, has Keith or Andy ever seen the Walter Hill film Driver with Ryan O'Neal? It's a personal favourite of mine and terrific Ryakuda score. The PlayStation game Driver was an inspiration.
Wow, I've never seen the film, which is very strange because I am a big fan of Walter Hill, but I've definitely never seen Driver, but I definitely remember the game.
Yeah, I remember the game, yeah.
Yeah.
It had almost a near impossible tutorial level you had to beat.
Yeah, that's right.
The game. I couldn't do it. I had to skip.
I have to keep that. I gotta keep. You know what? I'm actually, as soon as I get off this now, I'm gonna write that down and I'm gonna try and get that film.
Yeah. There's a lot of these comments that it's just going over the old ground that we spoke about already.
Will I get told off for eating on your stream?
No, I can give a fuck what you do in the stream. It's our stream.
Well, within reason. Come on.
Yeah, of course.
Well,
yeah.
if you can, just go try and get as many as you can because I'm gonna have to go off very soon. So.
Yeah. I'm just gonna jump between some of the comments. Lou says, I like Night of the Demons. It's not officially an Evil Dead movie, but oh my god, those are so deadites. Cool.
No,
I've not seen
yeah,
that
well, that's a good point. That's actually good. Yeah, it's a great film. It's a good film. I only just recently seen it.
Cool. It's a Video Nasty, wasn't it? Was it banned Video Nasty?
No, not really. No.
It wasn't. Oh, okay.
No, I don't think so.
Radley Stark says, Jason, Midsummer 4K is a US only release, but you have an all region players. Now you're fine.
No, it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
It wouldn't. Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah, 4K is
every
region
4K
free.
release is region free anyway. So
there is an Italian release, an Italian 4K special.
That's right. Yeah.
I've got it saved. It's only like €16, so I might pick it up.
Yeah. If you're a fan of it, I think you're right. I think it will look phenomenal in 4K. So. I apologize to the people watching. I am going to be skipping comments because Keith's got to go, and me and Zave want to go and watch something. Big P says, anyone seen The Dark and the Wicked? Picks it up as a blind buy the other day. Looks creepy. That's a Shudder film, I think, if I'm correct. I could be wrong. I think you might be right, Jess. I think you might be right. Yeah. I never seen it.
Yeah. I think I've used a Shudder service once when the Critters miniseries came out.
Oh wow,
that
okay.
that's ironically not on the service anymore, and you can't get it anywhere, which is quite
Wow,
funny. 'cause
okay.
It got really bad reviews. It's not great,
Oh.
but I think it's kind of just has kind of like a charm to it that I quite enjoy.
Yeah.
So I'm not really familiar with their releases, but I do think
No.
more streaming services should be doing what Shudder are doing. Shudder are bringing out all of their big major films on Blu-ray, and it's great to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% agree with that.
I know that Robert Fett's Bounty is collecting them all, and he's put them all in red cases. They look really cool.
Oh wow,
So
cool. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I think more streaming services shouldn't just drop physical. Like
I know.
there's so many Netflix movies I would happily own on Blu-ray.
Hush.
Yeah. Well,
I've got Hush. I've got a bootleg of it, but it's a really good bootleg. I love that.
film-
yeah,
brilliant.
exactly.
One of my favorite home invasion films ever.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Sean Sheridan says, "I prefer Exorcist 3. I prefer over the first one. I've not seen Exorcist 3.
There is a very scary scene in that movie. That again, it is famous for the scene, but I won't say nothing. But there is one
Is it
very.
a jump scare? I've seen it. If it's a jump scare, you're talking about.
Is it to do the nurse?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great scene.
You know,
The camera work is fantastic.
the nurse in the corridor. Yeah. I've seen it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's fantastic.
I'm intrigued now, but am I going to be traumatized?
It's fucking horrible. Like actually, like it's not horrible in a gory way, but it's just like what it implies. Fucking horrible.
It's very, very unexpected as well. It's the way it's done.
Lou's got a best comment that you missed. Talk about Tucker and Dale versus.
Oh man, I love that film. Lou says one of the finest horror comedy movies I've seen is Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
So good.
That's
Yeah,
such a great.
I've never seen it. Never seen it.
We watched it together, didn't we? Schumich. Oh, so funny.
I might have to send you it, Keith, because it's fucking good.
I know the film very well. Actually, I'm very well aware of it. I just never got to see it.
It's so much fun.
Right.
It basically like it kind of like flips the hillbilly horror on its head. It's so funny. It's so
okay. Good.
It's really good. Like I don't want to say anything more than that because I think you should just watch it, without really being spoiled anything. I don't want to spoil any. Don't, I keep saying that. I don't want to spoil anything, but that goes with any movie you haven't seen. You know
Yeah, of course.
But it's so easily done when you're talking about things. You could easily like slip up and say something.
Yeah,
Oh,
I kind of accidentally spilled a piece of Spider-Man to my cousin, and I felt terrible.
Right. Okay.
Because he I know you haven't seen it, so I'm not going to say much, but he spoiled it he spoiled something for himself.
Okay.
And when I said something, I was like, "Fuck," because I thought he kind of.
No. Right.
But yeah, I won't say anything. You haven't seen it. I don't want to say
No,
anything. That film is like one of the best superhero films ever.
I know it's going to be.
Nothing beats Batman
Awesome.
though.
Batman's really good as well. Like, I
Yeah,
think,
looking forward to it. Can't wait to see it.
And I said like, "Oh, I'll get back to you on that." When you said like, you're not sure about the 3-hour runtime, I think every frame in that film is
Okay.
necessary to the story. I think it's great.
Show this thing?
Okay.
Yeah, sure, you can
Okay.
show that. Cinema are giving out.
Oh, that's beautiful. I see that. That's gorgeous. Where'd you get that?
Cinema.
The cinema was giving away the posters, and then I just put it in a frame.
Oh,
we
that's
came
very
out.
nice.
They had stack of them. They're just like, "Oh, take one." So we
Oh,
took a
very
couple.
good. Very good. That is really nice. I like that.
So now it's got to fit in my suitcase.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though. Robert Pattinson, he's no longer the Twilight guy. He's fucking Batman. Fucking yes.
Oh no, that's that Twilight thing was well gone before he done Batman.
I agree.
Mm.
But I'm just saying that because I know there's a lot of people that don't know him in anything else apart from Twilight.
Oh, of course, yeah.
You know what I mean? So like,
From Harry Potter and Twilight, and that's about it. And Lucky Batman.
I haven't seen him in anything else. If I'm honest, I've not seen the Twilight films, so I can't comment on those.
Obviously, the Lighthouse.
Right.
But I've seen scenes with him in from little bits of the bits of a lighthouse, which is really apparently is really good. And
I really want to watch that. It's on Netflix.
But he's a very accomplished actor. You know, he's
absolutely. He was great in Tennis.
I've heard.
I've not seen that.
Yeah,
I know it's gonna make my mind melt, so I'm a bit.
Yeah. We'll be fucking scooping it off the floor when the film's over.
Scooping it off the floor backwards. Yeah.
I've got that watch.
I'm trying to find. I'm terrible at this. Trying to find a quick comment. People talking to each other. Oh, we have Peter in the chat, standing in silence. He says,
You
"Hi,
said it in that really annoying way.
Peter."
No.
All right. We said so. Basically, we rewatched Hook like last year sometime.
I think we had this conversation when
Did we?
it was when we first got
Oh.
together and we was on the stream.
Oh yeah, we were shooting, yeah, with Keith. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So is it Dustin Hoffman? Hook, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dustin Hoffman says Peter like that. And
Right,
so-
okay.
Toby
Makes
hates
me
it.
physically cringe watching it back. Like, lovely man, but-
But anyway, we have Peter in the chat.
Oh, sorry.
Standing in silence. He says, "Hi, Soph."
Hello, Peter.
People talking to each other. I try not to highlight what people are talking to each other about because I just don't like
I
that.
gotcha. Yeah, I understand that.
It's not to us. People to each other. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Bogey Capital says, Keith, I think you might be thinking of a doc that's included on the Evil Dead anthology set that's behind you. That doc is called Invaluable, and it's about the FX genius Tom Savini.
Right,
Tom-
right. Okay, that's fair enough. Right, maybe I am being a little bit misunderstood then. I'm very curious to know where that documentary can be got though. You know, is it something was there a standalone release for it, or what was it?
I'm gonna have a look. I'm gonna look it up after the stream.
Mm.
There might be like a
What's
DVD of it or something.
What's Lou's comment say? Sorry, I was just intrigued.
Where?
I just
Oh, okay. Lou says, I had a skeptic once tell me I don't believe in ghosts, and I told him it's okay. I don't believe in kangaroos, and he said, "But why?" And I said, "Because I've never seen one in real life, only on videos." I said, "That sounds really good."
That's very good. Very good.
Clever. It's like it's similar to like I like wrestling, right?
Mm.
And there's a guy in my family, like distant family member, who, if I post anything wrestling, he'd be the first person to comment and say, "You know, it's fake, right?"
I hate those people.
Yeah.
You know, I know it's predetermined, it's choreographed.
Of course it is. Yeah.
I know it,
Yeah.
but like I think the best answer to that statement is, so are movies, but you like those too, right? Like,
There
what's
you
the
go.
difference?
Absolutely.
What's the difference?
You
Absolutely.
like what you like. Fuck
Yeah.
other people.
Yeah.
Fuck as I like to say.
You know, wrestling is scripted, predetermined, choreographed. So are
Mhm.
movies. And people love movies.
Absolutely.
I don't
No
understand why people are like, it's not real. You know, if I want real combat sport, I go and watch UFC. But that's
Yeah.
not what I'm looking for.
Absolutely.
I'm looking for
Absolutely.
ridiculously. I'm looking for. I don't know. I'm just looking for if UFC was a pantomime. That's what I'm looking for. That's what
What do you
WWE
call
Yeah.
it?
is.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, WWE is like physical soap opera. It's soap opera in the ring. It's,
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
it's, I just find it entertaining as hell, and I just love it.
Yeah. Absolutely. I get it. No, I completely get it.
And when you go and see it live, I went to the O2 2 years ago. I think it was 2019, so it was about 3 years ago.
Mm.
I went and saw it. I paid stupid money to be like right up to the fucking barrier with the ring right in front of me.
Right.
Fucking hell. If you watch that on TV, it sounds impactful, but when you're there, they hitting that mat, it sounds like a fucking cannon.
Right. Right.
It-
Do you ever find, do you find yourself when you went to see it? Do you because when I went, because I'm a big Liverpool fan, and we went to see them there a couple of years back, and I found that when you're there, you kind of miss the commentary.
I didn't even come into my mind because I was so
Really?
enthralled. I was
Right.
so enthralled with like the TV doesn't do these athletes justice. They are fucking specimens of human beings. Fucking hell. I'm a short bastard, so they look even fucking taller. Like,
Exactly.
But the thing that really kind of was the wow factor is I didn't expect how loud the crowd. Bear in mind, I'm in the O2, right? So
Yeah.
The crowd was unbelievable.
Right,
And
okay.
are you familiar with any wrestling at all? Like any bits
Oh,
of it,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know Ric Flair, right? You know Ric
Yeah,
Flair.
yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Literally, all I had to do was go, woo, and the whole crowd would like go, woo.
Right.
It's
Okay.
It's
Okay.
the atmosphere is just fucking awesome. And
Okay.
that mat, when they do like a power bomb, they hit that mat. It was like a cannon.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it was a great experience, man. Like, so fun. So yeah, like you get people saying stuff like that, like, oh, it's fake, you know. And it's like, so is movies. So Lou, I really appreciate your perspective on that. I think that's a really cool thing, you know.
Good.
Because let's face it, I've not seen a kangaroo in real life. I've only seen them on videos. So
Brilliant.
yeah, great. That I think that's probably the comment of the day. I think.
Absolutely. Actually, you know something, Jason? I think on that, I might have to leave it because it's getting late here now, and unfortunately, I'm back to work now after being a week off. So it's just going to be a bit hard now, trying to get back up for these early mornings. So.
Yeah. All right. With that being said, I think we're going to call it a night, guys. Sorry that we couldn't get to all of your comments, but it is what it is, I suppose. I do apologize for that. Thank you for coming on, man. I appreciate it. So last minute as well, so I appreciate that, man.
No problem at all. No problem at all. Again, Sunday nights are always a good night for me.
Awesome.
I've had fun.
Yeah, happy days. Good stuff.
Thank you for coming on, Soph.
Right.
No, honestly, when I said I'm going to stream, she was like, "Can I be in it?" I was like, "Yeah." So anyway,
you make me sound desperate.
You're not desperate. Don't be a Karen. Anyway, we are heading off, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I don't know when the next one's going to be because my time schedule is all over the place. But anyway, thank you, Keith. Thank you, Soph.
No problem.
We'll see you when we see you. I've got a bunch of videos coming out this week, so look forward to those. Go and subscribe to Keith. Are you on 3K yet? Are you on 3K yet?
Yeah, I've crossed it. I'm well past 3K.
Oh, nice. Let's get Keith to 4K. Holy shit. Let's do it.
Oh, 4K. Why not?
Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's going to be a celebration video when you hit that. Hey. You're going to have to start uploading in 4K. Do you know what I mean?
I actually used to.
Oh, you used to?
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth the extra.
No, it's not. Trust me, it's not.
It's not. Anyway, we're gonna be going. So thank you everyone for tuning in. We appreciate all the questions in the chat. See you later.